Do you want to rephrase that? Because that was the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
First person to find the episode and timestamp it in the comment section on this one, I will pay for your admission for a day.
Whoa.
Find me the clip of Dave saying
It was like my impulsive reaction to seeing it go off. I see it going up. I was like, wow. Holy shit, it worked. Oh my God. Oh no. Down. Yeah.
How did Milsim Day go? Apparently it went really well. Dylan and I were having a panic attack, heart attack, wanted to smash our head into a Connex box the whole time.
Oh, it's so frustrating. Like, I don't understand why.
Oh my God, I have a Richard and Dick video idea.
Oh yeah, and it's just gonna be Dick, and we're all just gonna berate him.
Trust me, I get it.
I just came up with a new derogatory term for normies.
About to call you a derogatory term. Go buy our merch. Go to the Zulu24.square.site, buy some merch. Also, I found a little hiccup and I can't seem to resolve it. So when you go and you buy merch, when you look at it, it says out of stock. Everything says out of stock until you put in your size.
Oh.
So everything's there. You got to put in your size. Head on over Zulu24.square.site. Pick up your Zulu24 merch. We're always kind of updating it. All the designs on there. There are a lot of cool stuff.
Bob fixed my back. This is the first time I let Bob treat me. It was this weekend. I was like, I'm feeling old. He's like, you're young. He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, you don't understand, Bob. I was like, my back. I was like, my posture's messed up because I'm hunched over a bench like this, 7 days a week.
You got gamer neck from just
yeah, and I'm not even gaming. When I game, I'm like this, actually. I have a better posture when I play video games.
He's got the monitor on the ceiling.
Well, just a big TV. So
he's an Xbox.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's your problem, you fucking Xbox player.
It's Fallout New Vegas. It's great. But I was like, yeah, I have this pain. He's like, and he gets all interested. He's like, where is it? I was like,
how many needles?
It's right here. He's like, all right, I'm gonna fix you up. So he's like, you gotta lay down somewhere. I was like, all right, let's do it outside. So I lay down on the thing. All right. He's like, all right, put your arms to the side. Just relax. Relax. He's like, exhale. He goes like boom, boom, like really quick. He's like, oh, that was it. It was just that one over there. And I was like, oh, he's like, all right, now sit up. Let me do your neck. And I was like, I go to a chiropractor,
Yeah, but you don't go to Bob.
Well, so I sit up, he grabs my head, and honestly, more effectively than my chiropractor does it, he just takes my head and just like so much crunch on both sides. And he was just like, there, you all better. And
yeah, this is Bob.
I felt like prior to him doing that, something was pinching nerves or something. And the moment he did that, he released this pathway for nutrients to get to my brain again. I felt I was like, why do I feel blissful right now? My body feels like it's at peace. And it took him 2 seconds. Bob is a wizard.
Remember back when he was doing acupuncture on me in your shop and you were like, huh, look at this, and you're making fun of me? I'm like, one day you're going to do it. I watched him. So Dave might be right. He might be a fucking black magic wizard. So my girlfriend has terrible migraines, can't get out of bed someday migraines. One day, my back was giving me issues, and her migraines were like, please don't even open the blinds in the room. I can't do light. I called Bob. I'm like, Bob, can you make a house call?
So my wife gets like that sometimes.
Yeah. So this is weird. He did the normal thing for me where he's probably 6 or 7 needles in my back, released the pressure in the area, and I was like, yeah, I'm feeling better. Thanks, Bob. So he looks at her. He's lay down on the couch. And this is in my living room. Put needles on each side of her head in her temples. Put one right in the middle of her eyebrows, 3 in a triangle around her belly button, and then stuck one in between each one of her toes.
Whoa.
Not toenails, but in between the toes and the meat. And he's sitting there, he's having a conversation with her, and he's like, what's your, on a scale of a migraine, 1 to 10? And she's like a 9. I don't even want to open my eyes. We've got curtains over the windows that are blackout curtains now. And, he's like, okay, this is going on for 3, 4, 5 minutes. He flicks her forehead right where the needle is, continues talking with her. He's like, okay, what's your migraine on a scale of 1 to 10? And she isn't without skipping a beat. She's like, oh, it's a 1 or a 2. And then she stops. She goes, wait, what the fuck? How?
He was just like, look here. Okay. And then now.
Yeah. And she's like, I have not had a migraine that hurts this insignificant enough in 6 months. He goes, yep, okay, cool. And he just like start popping needles out. He's like, you should take these herbs, take these supplements. I'm like, I don't know how the fuck he did that.
You get the
Like
pill.
with me, it makes sense. Like he's triggering points in my neck or my lower back. Like I sit at a computer all day editing, so of course I'm gonna have lower back pain at some point. He's got me on stretches. Like this makes sense. That one, no idea.
Yeah. And then he's like, also remember to drink plentiful amounts of water.
Yeah.
And eat more than just like a croissant.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
I like text her at like 6 p.m. I'm like, babe, did you eat today? And she's like, I had an apple. And I was like, okay, cool. Did you drink your water? And then she like sends me a photo of her like big girl jug and it's still like all the way at the top. I'm like,
Yeah.
Bang.
Even Barbara does it. I was at the snack bar this weekend and, I was there with JoJo and Barbara and, Barbara's always like, Anthony, what the hell? She's like, not feeling well. I was like, Barbara, I'm like, did you drink enough water today? She's like, no, I didn't. I didn't drink enough water today. Me and JoJo looked at each other. We're just like, every time.
drink your fucking water.
I don't know. Because we briefly talked during that Gun Gamers game because we both get similar migraines. And I get two separate ones. One where, like, if I'm really dehydrated,
Yeah.
I'll start to get one. But if I pound water, it'll knock it out. And that's like a totally separate thing. But then there's these other ones that are not related to food intake, water intake.
Yeah.
And I think that's what she has, is just an ocular migraine where something neurological happens. I mean, it's like, because we were talking, because I was like, it starts with my fingers getting numb.
Yeah.
And they get numb in succession.
That's not good.
And then they go back. So it's like a timer. I swear to God.
I know we've talked about this.
And she was like, "Oh my God!" I think her toes or something. Like it
Yeah,
was
for
something,
her, it's toes.
something very similar.
My toes do that too sometimes. Sometimes like,
Well, toes are weird because they're in your shoes, and
yeah.
our feet are fucked just evolutionarily. And
Wear
like,
zero shoes.
like I have right now, my big toe. I'll use my thumb as an example. My big toe, just right here, is numb,
Yeah.
and it's been like that for 2 weeks, and I don't know why. And I've Googled everything, and I'm dying. And
Oh yeah, you have like your kidneys are shutting down.
Yeah, like,
your
I'm
liver's
fucking
gonna
dying,
explode.
so.
Like you have cancer stage 4.
You ever like
Yeah.
crack your knuckles?
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like my big toe, I need to just like pull it. And if I do that, it'll,
so there was a guy.
you ever just feel that?
There was a guy in the 50s who, it was either his mom or his teacher, was like, if you crack your knuckles, you're going to get arthritis. So then he immediately, because he's a man, started this vendetta,
Oh, he's gonna crack his knuckles.
only cracking the knuckles on his left hand for 50 years.
Oh, this is dedication.
Yes. Like he was like, yeah, you think that? And then he got fucking x-rayed and there was no more and no less fucking, what's it called? Arthritis in his hands.
But the side he didn't crack, like when you have to crack your knuckles, like,
Yeah, but you can accidental, like if you're
you
just
can.
like doing shit, you can.
but like when you don't crack them, like you feel it. Like there's like
Not really. I don't crack my knuckles like I used to.
when I don't crack them, it's like sometimes I feel like my joints are like swollen.
Oh, he also
Little
became a
joint.
doctor.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, this refers to a self-study by Dr. Donald Unger, who won a Nobel
Awesome
Prize.
last name.
Nobel Prize for demonstrating that habitual knuckle cracking on one hand for over 50 years
Yeah.
had no negative impact on it compared to the untouched other hand. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
dude.
So
There's
for 50 years, he's just like, oh, yeah, I just got this one. Like, yeah, and this one, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, right?
Very hungry.
Yeah, dude.
He's gonna go on an hunger strike.
Did you see the Indian guy who, was it in protest or in like,
Oh, the guy who kept his arm up.
yeah,
And he did that for like what?
it was like 50 years,
50
dude.
years. And like,
His arm is all
At
emaciated.
what point
and
does
shit.
his arm not fall asleep? Like,
Well, it
dude,
got-
you sleep on your arm wrong. You wake up and you're like, oh,
he did this.
Yeah,
and,
right.
Like, I know who you're talking about. His arm was like skinny as hell.
Yeah.
And it was like stuck like that now.
well,
Yeah.
dude, just daily motion.
And
to
his
work.
hand was like this too. Like,
Like, dude, you're trying to get into the house and you're just constantly hitting your fucking, like the first 2
Like, what
weeks of
happens when
that.
you got to carry groceries, and that's like twice the amount of trips.
It was India. There's not a lot of groceries.
no, his arm's stuck like that. You just take the loop of the bag. You just throw it. He's got a stack of bags up here.
Yeah, he's got like 3 bags of potatoes and a thing of coffee in there, and he's just like trying to.
Yeah.
You like hang grapes.
I don't know. He just drops it off.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
getting it off. He just lays down on the floor.
Yeah.
It's like, babe.
I don't know. If you see pictures of it, it looks like a mummified arm. Like
I
Yeah, it's
believe that.
pretty gross.
I don't know. But imagine the first 2 weeks of that.
I
Good
would lose
Lord.
patience with that in like 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, I'd be like, oh, I forget what it's for. It's either for a protest or to like honor some Hindu deity.
Use it or lose it.
He lost it.
Yeah.
He lost it.
Yeah, that does not sound. No, I don't know, man. That's dedication.
That is dedication. Oh, shit. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Zulu 24 podcast. As always, I'm joined by Anthony from Antec Airsoft Studios and Jordan from Zulu Outdoor.
Hi, guys.
What's going on? Don't keep your arm in the air for 20 years.
And you can crack your knuckles. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's fine.
You'll be all right. They don't know.
They don't know.
Katrina gets on camera all the time. I'm like, just stop. He's gonna like now he's just cracking them just to piss you off. Like,
Well, he's angsty teenage age.
sure, dude. When I was young, dude, I could just do that and like
I can feel it
Knuckles will
still.
pop.
Like maybe because
close, yeah.
I just cracked all of them because we were talking about it, but like I can feel that it would happen. I also really like doing one of these where like you crack your wrist and your thumb at the same time.
I take my foot. This is a weird one. I take my foot and I do this,
Okay.
and I get like a crack in here, and it feels good.
Interesting.
Yeah. But also every time I stand up, my knees cracks.
Yeah, my feet
That's the byproduct of UCP.
Yeah, right.
my feet always get fucked up. I don't walk nearly as much as I used to.
Buy a pair of Zero shoes, will you please?
I might.
I think you would like it because you wear
might.
Vans and stuff anyway. So
Vans are very narrow toed.
so look, these are the splay.
Yeah.
how-
That's now, is that intentionally like that? Like,
Yeah,
is that,
yeah. It's to let your feet do this.
yeah.
I realized, so I bought
They look like clown shoes, but
Like-
they're very comfortable.
like halfway through the summer, I bought a brand new pair of Zero shoes, and then I realized how fast they start to wear out. So I got myself a fresh pair for AMS. I was like, I'm gonna wear them like 3 or 4 times, and I've just been burning through the ones from earlier in the year. These things will fall the fuck apart on you. I have started to split my
Oh yeah.
yeah. So they're about $100. They're worth it, but you're gonna have to replace it every 6 to 12 months.
These the displays were a little bit more expensive, but they feel like because they're made out of canvas and leather.
When I play
So
and I'm like walking around a lot,
Yeah.
like in the woods, wearing my boots and stuff, like I notice sometimes, because I'm righty dominant, I definitely put more on my right foot,
Okay.
on my right leg when I walk.
Ask
like
Bob. I don't know
as
if that's a
fi-
good thing to do.
Well, as far
wait, you
as,
have an iPhone? Let me see your iPhone.
as far as like me propelling,
And Butterfingers.
Oh
Apparently.
my God! How do you live like this? Oh
I got to reorganize it. It's
no! How do you have 574 text messages that you haven't looked at? Oh, I can't stand that.
I'm a popular guy.
No. But hold on. Where's your search thing?
I'll look up his history, please.
No.
Yeah, good luck.
No. Oh,
Yeah, so I noticed like when I'm walking, I put a lot more push. Like when I push my body forward, I do it more so with my right foot than my left foot. And I tend to use my big toe a lot for putting pressure on the ground to move. And my big toe sometimes, like the knuckle, like hurts. Like it hurts like if I've been walking on it too much. And it feels like I just need to like pull it and get a good crack out of it.
You should just do some toe stretches.
Yeah, probably.
Dave's just going through your browser history.
No.
Trying to
So
track
there-
my steps.
No. There is. I don't know what you call it. A widget. That actually tracks your steadiness, so it can track if your gait is off.
Interesting.
So
On your phone?
yeah, your phone
How
has
the hell does it do that?
because it's got a gyro in it. So you know how you can do that.
that sensitive?
Yeah. Probably not, but
Yeah, I would say it's probably not the most accurate, but it would give you a
But-
pretty good benchmark.
iPhones have deep
look-
state technology in them. Have you seen videos where they take a microscope
Oh,
and,
right
they,
here.
and they
Walking
zoom in
asymmetry.
on one of the chips inside of an iPhone? Like it keeps going. I'm like deeper than the nano scale. There's still complex circuitry going on.
You have more technology in your pocket than what sent man to the moon.
allegedly.
But it's like where does that
Well,
even,
remember, we did lose all the technology.
Yeah, we lost it. It's in iPhones now.
I mean, where does that come from?
Apple got it. But look, so you don't have a lot of data because you didn't set this app up. So it's just kind of taking shit. If you have a watch, it also helps. But it'll show you. So right now,
So it'll also track all the time my phone is just sitting down on a bench.
no, it switches over to your watch.
I don't have a watch. I don't have an Apple
Oh,
Watch.
so then yeah, that would affect it. But while you're walking, so like right now, it's saying 2.9% asymmetry with your walking.
Will it count steps
Yeah.
if I have it on me when I'm like playing airsoft or something?
Yeah. Look,
Dave's a
so right now you're at
distracted
6:55, running and walking, double support time, which just means that you're standing on both legs, walking speed, average step length. But I noticed with the asymmetry, like I was just kind of fucking around going through it because I'm 40 and I'm worried about dying and all this shit. And
The drop dead years.
yeah, and yeah, like unexpected drop death years. Yeah, like all the shit you did in your 20s is kind of creeping up on you.
All you need is one piece of bad news. Just
Yeah, right. The stock market crashed.
Yeah.
Fuck. But I noticed that I had asymmetry. It was like 6 or 7% asymmetry, which is not really that bad, but it was like higher than it was, and I was like, oh, that's
do you notice it? Does it track it more asymmetry when you're playing airsoft versus when you're just walking? Because
No.
your gear is not balanced.
No,
you have
no.
a gun that is.
it's your gait. I think it's only really measuring that stuff when you're walking, not running.
Well, you do a lot of walking when you.
or leaning.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's not really it though. It's more based on your gait. Like if your right foot gait is 1.5 feet, but your left foot gait is only, a foot, that's asymmetry, right? So ideally you'd want the gait to be the same. And when you're injured, it's not.
It's crazy how the
Oh, I
phones
see why you're tracking it now.
the phones in our pocket.
Well, then
can
I got
track,
zero shoes.
Yeah.
Well, then I got zero shoes. And just by happenstance, I was just looking at it later on. I was like, oh shit, that's when I got the zero shoes, and my gait went to like 2% or something. Like it helped it.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's really crazy though how like the phone in our pockets can track so much data on our physiology.
Yeah, I can't say enough good things about zeros.
But like
They're so good.
it's nuts. It's nuts. Like when interrogators and when. So there's a whole field of study on body language
Okay.
and reading people's body language and stuff. And
Is that why you can always tell when I'm annoyed with you?
no, that's not so much body language. Maybe it's part. Some people have a good intuition for it. Well, some people are good at reading a room, and they can tell when somebody's upset.
Okay.
I happen to be good at like reading when somebody's
So that's
disgruntled.
before zero shoes, 5.3, and then after zero shoes, 2.8.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
And that's data. Like that's verifiable.
that's
like
actual data.
that's a good case
There's
for
a
those
chart.
shoes. But it's crazy how like there's a data pool on so many different people, all this physiological data on them.
Okay.
So like part of reading body language, it's not like if somebody blinks or looks the other way when they say something, it doesn't mean that like they're lying, although it could be an indication that they're lying. Like there's like subtle things that people do that give away certain, psychological.
But that's also different for
It is different.
individual.
Right. And part of understanding how it might apply to each individual is understanding each individual's physiological proclivities. So some people do just have an eye contact problem and they don't really
Yeah, it's called
look
autism.
away. Yeah. So if they like look to the side when they say something, it doesn't mean that they're lying, but it could be a sign of that. So like body language experts look at all of these different micro expressions in body language and in the face and in speech. And if there's a pattern and that pattern gets disruptive, then it could be an indication of, dishonesty and whatnot. So it's just nuts that there's this data. So like you don't really have to get to know somebody too much. You don't have to study them so much these days if you are looking to interrogate somebody.
Yeah, but
And
you
there's
can't
a-
open an iPhone without, approval.
Right. Now, how do you get that approval? This would be going all conspiracy,
I'm trying to
1984.
Through a warrant.
But that's a big part of
Sometimes that doesn't even work.
a big idea in 1984. Part of the surveillance is like they can tell when you're thinking about dissenting thoughts about Big Brother because all the telescreens are everywhere and they're looking at you and they can tell from your.
We've talked about this a lot. There's a really, really good show that you should go watch. It's called Person of Interest.
Yeah, you keep saying that. Maybe I need to
would
watch it.
fucking love this show. It is exactly what you want.
Maybe it's not what I want.
I know. That's why I'm saying you would love this show. It's
or not.
no, because it's about Big Brother. It's basically this one dude who's like an autistic technical genius in the early 2000s when the Patriot Act became a thing.
Mm-hmm.
His whole job was to make the entirety of the United States into a spying machine. So the camera on your phone, the microphone on your phone, the camera on our register, your webcam, the audio from cameras, all of it tapped into by Big Brother. And he built himself a backdoor because what it was meant to do was help foil terrorist plots, because it was like a very early baby AI where it would ID hostile threats in the name of national security. But what it would also do in turn that they didn't expect was then it would see every single crime that was ever going to happen that was premeditated and ID it. But because it was only in the interest of national security and like domestic terror threats, it threw all of those into priority cases. And everyone else where it's like it sees that this husband's about to come home and beat this wife to death. Undesirable. They are inconsequential to national security. So it just threw the number into a garbage pile. Same thing. It's like, oh, this dude's, down on his rent and he went to a loan shark. He's down on paying back the loan shark. The loan shark's going to come and kill him. Throws it into the inconsequential pile. And it made this dude go insane. So he built himself a backdoor into it and quit. And then he finds this former like Green Beret, Navy SEAL, CIA fucking dude. And he pulls him aside and he's like, I want you to work for me. And he just pays him ungodly amounts of money to take every single one of those names and go find them and stop them from being killed or hurt. You would love this show. It goes for like 3 seasons.
It's a crazy premise. It's a very dystopian premise.
It is, but it all takes place in like 2011, 2012, New York City.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's wild.
It's a crazy premise. Like, that is where we're heading, kind of.
That's why I'm saying you should watch the show.
And I remember during the Obama administration, I was still in high school, but I remember there was a big fuss at one point about.
Oh, yeah, we were in high school.
There's a big fuss going on about some type of.
Well, I had to think about it. I was like, I remember my mom hates that this was a thing. We watched the inauguration of Obama in 7th grade, but she didn't like that the teachers were pushing their political views. They were like, this is a moment in history. But then while we were watching it, the teachers were like lecturing us on their politics at the same time. She didn't love that. But yeah, I was in 7th grade when he got inaugurated.
I feel like that really started with Obama's campaign because I was in elementary school and teachers were
really about it.
In the prior election, I was still in school and we did talk about elections. I was in like 1st grade.
Yeah,
and they talked about presidential elections. They talked about both candidates, but they didn't give their opinions on it. By the time I got to 5th grade and it was that 2008 election, they were very vocal. Like the teachers were like, this is the bad one and this is the good one. And everybody was. But anyway, so my point is at some point during his administration, because, during every administration, you have the House, you have the Senate, and there's bills being passed. Yeah. And every time a bill is being proposed, everybody's like, vote no to this bill because they say that it's about this, but there's some clause in it where blah, blah, blah. But there was something like that during his administration. And basically it would have created a pathway to basically guilty before
innocent,
proven innocent. Yeah. And you can arrest people before they commit a crime. So there was a lot of discussion about that. I forgot what the bill was exactly, but I guess the moral or ethical argument to be had there, and why I think that show is like so dystopian and it's scary that the future's going that way, is that we have so much data now that like it will raise the ethical question of what is the place of law enforcement? Is it to prevent crimes or is it to report crimes?
It's to enforce the law.
Yeah.
Right. Now, enforcing the law by predicting a crime and stopping it before it happens.
But
now what's the line there? Like if somebody's making like, they're making threats. Like I'm going to bomb this place.
It's illegal to do that.
It's illegal to do that.
Yeah. So that's the crime.
Well, making the threat. Now, let's say they're not making the threat, but there's a lot of evidence to suggest that this person is planning something.
Yeah, there's that ethical line of...
And they go to stop that. Like, we accept that as being like, okay, you know? But if they're using data, like, and the evidence I'm talking about is like, okay, this guy's buying a bunch of supplies that you could use to make a bomb, right?
But you would have to have a warrant to look at his purchase record,
Right.
which usually doesn't come till after the investigation starts, or well, just prior to the investigation, which means that there was something that happened, because that's you're getting into privacy shit.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But what I'm saying is like that show is interesting because in that show and that
Oh, they're breaking every law.
in that universe, they've already breached that, and
Yeah.
they've already taken the ethical stance that like, yes, we can intervene a crime before it happens and arrest somebody before they commit a crime.
Because in that case, it's vigilante justice. Because the whole point is that the government came in under the Patriot Act and hired, this character to build a supercomputer that would use all of the data it found from public CCTV and hacking into everyone's private networks to identify potential threats against the nation in terms of terrorist attacks.
Yeah.
Because I think like the opening scene is 9/11. But because he saw that it was identifying these threats, and those would immediately in the realm of this show get pushed off to the CIA and the FBI and be like, here, handle it. But everyone else that was deemed not important to national security and an inconsequential threat, they just got thrown in this garbage pile. So him now breaking the line from working for the government to being a vigilante, put a backdoor into the system. Then he was able to have that system route him numbers outside of the network, so he could then hire someone also now a vigilante. Like in the entire show, he's just named the man in the suit. Like he has a name in the show, but like the police are trying to hunt him down at the same time while he's trying to help people, and he's just known as the man in the suit. And his whole thing is to help people and stop them from being hurt or injured or killed.
Yeah.
They're breaking all ethics in realm of being a police officer. They're vigilantes. Rules do apply, but they don't think they apply.
Think about how that would affect the judicial process of actually convicting somebody. So like, okay, you look at like a serial killer like Ted Bundy.
Okay.
Right. Sorry. Was Ted Bundy the one that represented himself in court? Was it Ted Bundy?
Doesn't matter.
It does. Because, if we're going to talk about it.
Okay, serial killer X. Who cares?
Well, no, because there was some, because there's a point to like some of the details in the actual case. Ted Bundy was the one, I believe.
Yeah, Ted Bundy did.
Yeah, so Ted Bundy represented himself in court. And the thing is, they couldn't just prove him guilty of murders, even though like a bunch of people died and they had evidence. Like it has to be proven in court. Now a lot of that was them looking at like the bite marks, because he would bite his victims. Like there was material evidence.
It's FedEx.
Yeah, there was material evidence that like in court, you need beyond reasonable doubt that this person did it. And even when somebody does do it and people do die as a consequence of their crime and it's heinous, the justice system is still like, you need.
And FedEx is gone.
Yeah.
Is that your EG order?
I'm checking. I think they're supposed to go to my house.
So how would that judicial process look like when you're trying to make a case that somebody's guilty of something and you have no material evidence that they did anything at all, but they just got arrested because we have data on them and we can predict that they're going to commit a crime with whatever percentage of.
I don't think that would ever fly just because of free will.
It's an interesting concept.
Sure. And like anything could happen on the way to potentially commit a crime that could deviate that path. And so there's no way, like.
Well, perfect case in point.
Yeah.
The song Guilty Conscious by Eminem,
Not readily in my Holodecks, but
they're like, this is Eddie. Eddie's about to,
oh yeah,
rob a liquor store. And they start rapping. And it's like Dre is the good conscious and Eminem's the bad one.
That's right. That's right.
He's like, all right, stop. Before you go in the liquor store and take money out the drawer, think about the consequence. Then Eminem's like, fuck that, shoot that bitch. Like, take the money out the drawer. So now what if he's going there, he has the gun. That's the case in Guilty Conscience in this Eminem song. The guy's about to go in the convenience store or whatever it was. He's about to rob him. He needs the money. He has some material evidence that he's about to go there and do it, but his conscience kicks in.
Well, there's no way he has a legal permit either. So
now in court, can you say, I was going to do it, but Dr. Dre talked me out of it? So I wasn't going to do it.
Yeah, but at that point, if he didn't commit the crime of robbing the store,
That he didn't commit a crime.
well, the only crime he could have committed would be concealing an illegal firearm. So he'd still be going to jail for having an illegal firearm on him.
Right.
So you're trying to paint it in this way, but at the same time, there's multiple.
Well, we're talking about a fictional show.
I know, but
and
I'm
I'm getting
saying-
into the weeds of the details. And then I made a joke with the M&Ms.
I think until you commit the crime,
Yeah.
you haven't committed a crime. So
Yeah.
I don't think you can be preemptively.
That's very much how the field is run. Hey, that guy didn't call his hits. Like we can't just like take your word for it and kick the guy out, right?
Yeah, right. Like,
You got to give a description of the player. We'll keep an eye on him.
Yeah, but when the same person gets a complaint about them from 3 different people from 3 different groups, when your own team is complaining about you,
Yeah,
it's
that's-
pretty fucking valid.
yeah.
You know what we need to do?
What?
Because when I'm scrolling through YouTube now, I'm starting to see in some of my recommended videos gameplay footage of the field.
You want to do YouTube React videos?
Not even YouTube React videos. We should just highlight the guys that come here and make a YouTube video of their gameplay, and it's not retarded rage bait, bullshit. And we should just, I think every podcast we should be like, oh, check out this guy's gameplay video.
I also had another idea for a video
I
that
found one. I was actually in it. It was from like a
Is that why you want to?
no, I was in for like 2 seconds,
I'm in
but
this one.
it was a previous night game, and I as I was watching it,
it's the video of you gaslighting the player. What?
Yeah.
no, not that one. It was the one after that.
Are you brown toes?
What? No,
No, man.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not
No,
brown
man.
toes. I don't have brown toes. You have brown toes. Fuck you.
I don't have brown toes. I don't. It's a condition. I'm working on it.
So you do have brown toes.
No, fuck you. I don't have brown toes. No, I was seeing like how like Tom and some of the other guys were stacking up on a building, and I was like, this is deja vu. I was like, was I here? And I saw myself at like one point, but no, there's some cool the Raiders. What's that team?
Oh, first deployment?
No, the team that plays here, Raider or something.
Yeah, first
Yeah, they have the
deployment.
red. They have the red and white patch.
Did
Yeah.
you see their video of the rocket?
Yes, I did.
It was an awesome shot.
Everyone has sent me their videos of the rocket.
Because they like follow it as it goes up, and it was just
get to
like
that.
it was a really good shot.
We'll get to
Yeah.
that. No, but I agree with you because it was funny one day scrolling through YouTube. YouTube now has like videos and then a short section. And I laughed. I was like, that kind of looks like me. And then I stopped. I was like, wait, the fuck, that is me. And it was a player behind me that had a camera on, and he posted a clip where we were playing.
It's an awesome clip.
Yeah, it's a cool video.
I haven't pulled the one from that camera because that was the camera I was using on Milsim Day. So there's a shot like with the fun Zulu video camera. We'll get to it, Anthony.
Yeah, but like I feel like we should highlight the players that because they put effort into it.
Yeah.
I mean they come out and they play.
Yeah.
And they're good sports, and we want them to come back. And they make videos of the gameplay, and they're shouting out the field and stuff. We should shout them out.
And editing Airsoft content can be hard, so I understand.
Yeah.
That actually reminds me too. Hey, our patch board is up over at registration. So if you are a team or you just want to throw a patch up there, go right ahead.
No weird shit.
Yeah, don't put any inappropriate shit up there.
No
Yeah.
anime.
Yeah, please no
Don't.
anime. But if you're a team and you have a team patch and you'd like to put a team patch up there, go right ahead.
Yeah. I got,
Don't take any patches off the wall because we
Yeah.
have cameras on them and we will fucking kick your ass.
My dragon ass patch was actually like my patch, and when I showed it to you, you just like took it and put it on the patch.
That wasn't
Patch
yours.
wall.
That's Nick.
Yeah, but they gave it to me. They gave me the patch.
Okay, well, it's right.
I'll
over
leave it
there.
on the board. It's
yeah,
okay.
this is not give one, take one. This
No.
is put it up there and let it stay.
I put Rich's team fart patch up there. Too.
Yes, that's an awesome.
I gotta look. I got some fun ones on my wall at home. No, but I had an idea for an Airsoft video that we could put on the Zulu YouTube. And then I kind of laughed. I was like, I should look and see if anyone's done this yet. And there's one person that has done it. And I looked at the video and I was like, is this Lane? It is. It's Lane from Gun Gamers. Holy shit. I didn't know he had his own private YouTube. He also has 12,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Shout out Lane. An Airsoft tier list. Have you seen
I've
these?
been watching Lane's videos too. I noticed. I started seeing them pop up.
So I see these pop up all the time where it's like tier lists where they rank stuff from like F tier to S tier about whatever content they're interested in. So like I've seen them for like Battlefield and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
stuff like that and I was like, oh, this could be funny if we do an Airsoft tier list. And I was like, is there an Airsoft tier list video out there? I'm like searching Reddit, couldn't find one. I went to YouTube and I found Lane's video. He did one about brands. I was like, no. We could put a twist on this in the Zulu regard of like, what would we want to put on an airsoft tier list and rank from absolutely diabolical, do not ever fucking do that, to like absolutely do this stuff, this is great?
Oh, like actions?
I don't know if we want to do actions or kits or, anything. Like airsoft's a pretty wide net of things we can talk about.
I can do it for parts.
You can do one for parts, like the airsoft tech tier list. You can do that. But for like the field, like what would we put on an airsoft tier list? Because these videos are like 20 to 30 minutes long. Analytically wise, they usually get like anywhere between 10 to 30,000 views, depending on what the content is. Like it'd be something fun to get the community involved. We can even put a thing out. What do you want us to do an airsoft tier list on?
Yeah. All right, viewers, what do you want us to do an airsoft tier list on?
That's a tough sell for me, man. I like airsoft. I really do.
Well, you've played at enough AOs. You've played at enough AOs where you could put AOs on a tier list. Like you can compare Muscatuck to Guardian. And
Yeah, but those are dependent on the game style being played.
Yeah, because like I've done
Some have more
twice.
some have more strengths than others.
well, that's what makes the conversation of it interesting.
So you'd have to like pick a game style and then rate the AOs. You know what I mean? It's very tough for me to watch airsoft content now because I've just been doing it for so fucking long.
No, building a new CQB tier list.
Oh, dude, it's
Building
like
17 is pretty good, but like, man, there's something about the Hacienda.
but
That one Connex down there, though, it kind of smells. So
If Building 17 had a roof on it, it would be super dope for objectives.
okay, well, let's take a break.
Okay.
Because I'm about to shit my pants. Like,
Dave's coffee's kicking in.
yeah,
too?
dude. Like I'm fucking.
ooh, shit.
Oh, God.
Dual telehealth appointment at 12:15.
Okay, that's fine. I felt this deserved a personal message from me. Thank you for your untiring support of Black Sheep and the sport of Milsim. This is a rally cry. Airsoft drama is leaching into Milsim. Don't let the dark forces ruin our sport. By any measurable standard, Black Sheep is the top Milsim game in North America. I want to emphasize game because the entire event is designed to be competitive, fun, and challenging. Let's put the bullshit to rest once and for all. Rally all the players. Black Sheep at Shelby, 9th through 11th, September 2026. Is this fucking real?
Okay, if this is fucking real, I'll go for Force on Force at Shelby.
Please notify your teammates. Camp Shelby is a premier training facility, blah, blah, blah. Until I find more sites, this will be the only site for Black Sheep games for the foreseeable future.
Why does
John Bucarelli.
Crystal run healthcare in my customer profile?
Yeah,
to
wait,
know my
did he post
religion?
that on his personal Facebook or on the Black Sheep official Instagram or Facebook?
He, U.S. Milsim Airsoft group, posting as Black Sheep Milsim.
No, it's a troll.
Is it?
It's a troll.
Oh,
it's
funny.
There's this page, Black Sheep Milsim official. They haven't posted since 2023.
Yeah. Oh man, I thought
I got excited for a second.
the comments are all Milsim West players basically saying, "Fuck you." Did you say 12:15?
Also, they spelt his last name wrong.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn. I'm starting to become a boomer. I'm falling for shit on the internet.
Dude, trust me, I got excited for that too.
I just want to go back to fucking
Shelby.
Shelby.
I mean, let's also look. September 9th through the 11th is a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh,
Almost.
this
This page was probably run by Jonathan Dozier.
Yeah, dude. The sad part is, dude, he could have put tickets for sale and he would have sold out without people even looking at the date.
So you're gonna lead this one.
Dude, every time I try to talk, you just do you. So I've given up.
No, dude.
No, I've given up.
And we're back.
And we're back.
The funniest thing that just happened on that break was hearing you through the bathroom door say, "Please go down.
Please go down.
Please go down."
We sat here chuckling.
And then you come out and you're like, "We may have a situation."
We do not. You
Yeah.
have a situation.
I've never flushed a toilet with less pressure than that one.
Yeah. It's like pouring out half of a water bottle in there. You're like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
Literally shit.
It'd be better if I just poured a bucket of water in it. At least their gravity will help me push it down. No, man. but I feel a lot better.
I bet you do. Please go down.
Please clap.
Dude, I was dying. Oh my God. We've all been there. Usually it's at a girlfriend's house though, like first time, and you're like, fuck.
Oh man, dude, it was healthy. Very healthy.
A screenshot of that Black Sheep post just got posted in the Milsim West haters group, and literally everyone's just like, "Fuck, we miss Shelby."
Yeah. It got me. I'm a boomer, I guess. I fell for that.
How did Milsim Day go? I didn't get to play.
How did Milsim Day go? Apparently, it went really well. Dylan and I were having a fucking panic attack, heart attack, wanted to smash our head into a Connex box the whole time. That was fun.
And why is that?
So you have played Milsim Day before.
Yes.
So we use kitchen timers. They're not super expensive, but it's the premise of this. You start the kitchen timer. The timer hits 0. You can capture the flag. We've been playing with different times. Some are 15. When we first started, it was 10. There are certain objectives during the day that are 30, like the outpost. It's to balance the game and to make it run smoothly. Because if you can just flip them like it's Conquest, there's a reason Conquest is an hour-long game. If we want this to run for 4 hours, we have to slow it down. And adding a timer slows it down. So we started with 7 objective flags, which means there's 7 timers. We used 16 timers on Saturday because they would disappear, or we would find them with the batteries taken out of them, or the couple of them that got thrown on the ground and stomped out or shot out. And I'm just like, oh, cool. We're doing that today. We're just total disrespect for property and the way that the game's going to flow, because I can't properly have teams capping objectives if I don't, like, I'm starting phone timers, running back to staging, having somebody run up timers. Like, God bless Cowboy. He showed up with extra timers on Saturday morning and was like, here, I thought you guys might want these. You know, I have a bunch of them and they're the exact same ones we use. He's like, here's an extra bag of 15. That's the only reason we had enough timers to get through the day.
Jesus.
Cowboy's always coming in clutch.
Yeah,
man.
Dude, like, I looked at him at 9:30 in the morning and I'm like, I fucking love you. Like, this is, you just came in so clutch, because we were worried that what if one gets broken? We were like, some of them have gotten lost as we've been doing Milsim days. And then we realized that we were running short. We're like, fuck. Okay, well, now we have extra, except for we needed all of them because it was just break the timer day.
So you thought it went bad because
well, that can just destroy the game, because I had people being like, ref, where's the timer? It was magnetized to the wall in the Hacienda. It's gone. And I'm like, Radio Dylan, like, you can tell me honestly if you just forgot to put them out. Like, it's okay. We'll keep it between us. He's like, no, I put them out at every single flag point. There was a timer there. Like, you called me and you're like, you can't find the timer. And I go, it's a fuel depot. It's on the barrel. Wasn't there.
Oh no, I wasn't. I was at African.
Okay, well,
But that was just me, because I like looked and I was like, man, it could be in. I was relying on other people.
Yeah.
And they were like, it's not here. It's not here. It's not here. And then I eventually saw it. It was there. It was on the.
But then, like, players are going like, how are we supposed to capture flags? And I got Shanae radioing me going, hey, my dudes are at Fuel Depot in the mosque and there's no timer points here. And we're like, what the fuck? Like, okay, Hacienda, now that. And like, who's doing this? There's just
At Mosque?
Yeah, at Moss, the timer got replaced twice.
Really?
Yeah. And then we used the
Only
respawn.
red over there.
That's what I said. But then at the same time, we used the respawn clay holders. They're literally just metal posts that you put the clay in. Those disappeared. The one in Newtown was on the tire.
Did they get moved somewhere on the field?
No,
or
we
you
never
think-
found them.
You think somebody like took them home?
No, like, we were very specific. Like, the one in Newtown got stuck in the tire in the center where we usually play the flip the cone game. Gone. The one at African, you saw at one point that it was gone. We figured out who did that. Somebody tried to put the clay in, didn't fit. So then he tried to stretch it, didn't fit. So they took the clay holder and threw it into the fucking woods.
Like, what fucking mentality?
So
See,
field property got looted and destroyed.
This is
Yes.
what pisses me off, dude. Like,
But when people got off, they said that it was great.
I had, and I was
Great
expecting,
time.
because here's the thing. Dave had a valid point
So
when we were
Milsim
talking
Day-
last weekend that
Stop.
you need the first 2 games of the day to balance teams.
you have to, yeah.
It is in my mind right now, both right and wrong, and here's why. Yes, because the first 2 games of the day, teams were fucking balanced. They were perfect. Except for, I didn't account for the 25 people that were in the parking lot just waiting for Milsim Day to start, so they weren't playing. So then when we got on the field, red team stomped. Red team was in the beginning, in the first hour of the game, red team was in Newtown the entire time.
Because the red team had the 25 players.
No. The 25 players were balanced. The skill was the issue there. And I'm not saying that blue team was underskilled. I'm just saying that in terms of how red played the game, Shanae ran it, and he ran it well. He also had Brian running an entire group of 25 dudes on red team, and that came in clutch for red. So in the first hour of the game, when I realized, fuck, there's 20 dudes in Newtown, and that's blue team's first objective. Now it's been an hour. They've captured their first 30-minute flag, and then the next ones are all 15. This can very quickly go from a 4-hour game to, in the first hour, blue team's trapped in their spawn. So we saw it going sideways. Thankfully, the game recovered and everything balanced out. So we had that. Then we had the timers disappearing. Then we had respawn clays disappearing. And Dylan and I are just sitting there going, fuck, like, we're going to come off the field. Everybody's going to have hated it. Discord's going to be on fire saying it was a shitty game. Dave's going to be like, you guys are never doing this again. That was fucking stupid. Don't ever run that. Like, absolutely not. Milsim, we had a good run. You can't bat 1,000 all the time. We're batting 750. But this one was so bad that it's never going to happen again. And then to fast forward to the end of the day, even the blue players, they were like, no, that was just hard. They were like, it was fun. We had a good time. It was challenging. Yes, our team lacked a little bit of communication skills, and red team was clearly on it with their communication, but no player walked up to me and was like, I had a shitty time. That wasn't worth my money. So when all of this was said, Dylan and I are looking at each other like, how the fuck? Because the players enjoyed the game, the admin stuff that was driving us insane, no one really saw.
Well,
either that or looting and stealing things is fun. And this Milsim Day was just LA Simulator 2025.
Yeah, apparently.
No. To the people, person, whoever that destroyed the timers or whatever the fuck you. You are the fucking problem. Fuck you. Fuck you and your fucking lineage, dude. This is the reason why we can't elevate. We can't elevate shit. Like I'm this close to buying those props where you can fucking capture it and it shows it on the app. You know what I mean? But then when shit like this happens, I'm like, fuck these people. Why the fuck would I spend? Why would I invest any more fucking money for them to just destroy shit? That's the dumbest. You are a piece of shit. Like, you are literally a piece of shit if you're stomping out and shooting out fucking timers. What? So just the other team can't capture it?
Right.
You're a stupid fucking piece of shit. And honestly, you should. You're gonna have to bleep that out.
Bleep that part. But no, I get it because
it's so frustrating. Like, I don't understand why.
Oh my God, I have a Richard and Dick video idea.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it's just gonna be Dick, and we're all just gonna berate him. Like,
trust me, I get it.
Holy shit, we can't move forward if you keep breaking our shit. I don't know what the fuck happens to people, but these small. Fucking, they get in and they're playing Airsoft and they're like, oh, this is real. You're a stupid fucking bitch. Shut the fuck up. You wouldn't last a day if it was fucking real. We're playing a game. Stop fucking destroying our shit. Yeah. I'm sorry. It hits a nerve.
No, I get it.
Because I rewind way back when, dude, at the old field where we had props and locks on boxes. And then some stupid fucking idiot starts beating our shit, like trying to break the box because he couldn't do the mission to find the combination or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, and this isn't even like things breaking because sometimes things happen and it's Airsoft and it's rough. It's not even that. Like shit deliberately got stolen, destroyed.
If you had to replace every timer,
At
that's fucking
once.
deliberate.
Yeah,
like,
we had to replace every timer at least once.
It drives me fucking insane,
now,
dude.
if it becomes a common trend, and then you want to continue to do Milsim Day, well, now you have to treat everything that is going to get lost or stolen, or potentially lost, stolen, and broken as an expense, and then you have to increase the cost.
Yes.
And then Milsim Days become $40. Like that's how it fucking works, dude. If you fucking broke shit on purpose, I wish nothing but bad things for you.
Like, that whole rant is what Dylan and I were going through in droves on Saturday, because we're sitting and we had the same conversation on the field. We're like, we really want the timer boxes, but we can't, or we want the Aries Alpha boxes, but we can't trust them to $3 kitchen timers. And you're right, because it's like, oh, if one got broken, like, sure, we expected that. We took one apart just to see how it works and broke one. We bought 20 in the beginning. Now, if we went through 15 of them times 3, that's $45 right there.
Yeah. So
now for the next Milsim Day, we know we have to buy another $40 worth of timers because those just got fucking broken or stolen. I found one, a player found it, was like, there's a timer over here. It was on the Jeep in CQB, not even close to a flag. Like, and the battery was taken out of it.
Like why? So
Yeah.
that we can win? So that we can win the day? Shut the fuck
But
up,
I wasn't
dude.
even giving teams the flag points
Yeah,
because
I-
they didn't have it captured because there was no fucking timer there. So now it's starting to like, it's breaking the flow of the game in a way that we weren't expecting.
Yeah.
Now, we can pivot off of it because there was extra. And in that moment, it was like, okay, cool.
Luckily, there were extra because
Luckily.
fucking
Yeah.
Cowboy. I mean, the capture boxes are $200 a piece.
Yeah.
Let me see somebody deliberately fucking those up. Like I'll be on World Star. I will be fucking arrested. Like, fuck you so hard. Fuck you with every fuck of my being, dude. Fuck you. If you're fucking stealing shit or fucking destroying shit, it's the thing that holds Airsoft back at every fucking point.
Is people being
Is
shitters.
people just being fucking stupid and
Yeah.
thinking that this shit is real and, oh, I'm in a battle zone or whatever the fuck. You're not. You got a plastic fucking gun in your hand. You're wearing cheap fucking Chinese knockoff fucking gear and you're running around a place
Yep.
that's tailor built for you.
Yeah.
But then you're going to destroy shit? Fuck you, dude.
And at the
Fuck.
same time, like somebody was like, oh, well, it's Milsim Day. It could have been the rental wall was empty because there were so many rentals on the field. It could have been the rentals. I'm like, no, it wasn't because I watched the rentals. Like there was a group of 9 or 10 of them on red.
Yeah.
Brian literally grabbed all of them and was like, you're going to have the best Airsoft experience ever. And he brought them down to the lower field with them.
Yeah.
And so it was
Child
like,
soldiers.
it was like 12 or 15 dudes that played every Milsim Day, so they knew what they were doing, and then they would all grab like 1 or 2 rental players and be like, "Come over here, set your gun up here." And like
Nice.
those rental players had the fucking experience of a lifetime. No, I don't think those kids are the ones shooting out timers because they were having a good time.
Yeah.
Like it just, oh man, it grinds my gears because at least on the upside, the players that experience the, hey, we don't know where the timer is, or we like this one's on the ground shot out. Like maybe it happened by accident. They were like, it was like this when we got here.
Yeah.
I would go, okay, hold on, start a timer on my phone for 15 minutes, go run and grab another timer, come back. Chances are like this happened once. I got back as the timer on my phone was hitting 0.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, cool. Like you got a timer. You want to set it to like 5-10 minutes just so we have to wait here? I was like, you've been here the whole time and the timer on my phone's hitting 0 right now. So you guys are good to go. Change the flag.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like good beans. We would have waited here for another 15 minutes if you told us we had to. So they were willing to work with us when shit was going silent.
Like you'll have to make tamper-proof casings for $3 kitchen timers.
Yeah.
yeah. And
To
it's like,
mount to the side of the Connex with like security bit screws so that somebody it's
and
like
that's the thing. We thought
like
it
you
was
know
easy.
the screws they use in like the bathroom stalls that like
Anti-tamper screws.
yeah.
We thought it was good. We thought it was foolproof because they're tiny, they're plastic, super simple. There's 3 buttons up and down on the minute and seconds timer and hit start. And they're magnetized. So we would just stick them to the Connex or stick them to the barrels or stick them to the fucking helicopter. So like if you get shot by accident, understandable. That's why we had extra. But like the photo I showed you guys, that wasn't accidental. That was stomped out.
Yeah.
And that was one of the ones. I don't remember if Dylan found that in Fuel Depot or the mosque, but that was the one up there. Yeah.
And it was like
And now I'm supposed to-
several kitchen timers in the same place.
Yeah, like the
In
mosque
succession.
one. The mosque one disappeared twice. The one in Fuel Depot disappeared 2 or 3 times as well. The Hacienda, once I put one in there, thankfully it didn't disappear again. But then all of a sudden it's like, hey, there's no respawn clay holder in Newtown. I'm like, Dylan, did you forget to put that out? And he's like, no, I put that out. It's right on the tire. I'm like, it's right. I was in Newtown. I saw it. It was on the tire. There was a clay in it. Fucking gone. Just nowhere to be found. Still haven't found it. So now I have to order more clay holders.
Then they won't be able to respawn here. You stupid fuck.
No, because then we told the players, we're like, that's cool. Just put it on top of the tire.
Yeah, no, I get it, but I'm thinking about the mentality of the absolute fucking retarded person that was like, "Oh, we'll hide this over here" or whatever the fuck. Like that shit drives me nuts, dude. Airsoft could be the coolest fucking thing. It could be absolutely the coolest thing, dude. But people just get. These people vote. Fuck. I had a fantastic time though.
I'm glad.
I'll be honest, that's why I was shocked when you came off the field and you're like, I had a good time. Dylan and I both looked at each other like, oh.
No, it was good.
Okay.
We were never truly trapped in our spawn.
Except for
There-
those.
There was one group that,
We just want to delay their reinforcements.
yeah, like their whole game plan was to spawn camp, and I was like, that's
Pretty lame.
pretty lame. But to their credit, it was accidental. I'm sorry.
The first one.
Where I found them was accidental because on the map it showed our spawn. Like there was a little bit of deviation between the GPS and reality.
I'll go
and
fix that.
And so they weren't trying to like be at like you literally got shot in my spawn. I was like, whoa, wait, and And I was like, look, just fuck off. And, you know, I won't, we're not going to like chase you down or whatever the fuck. And they did. They fucked off. But no, there was always a way to get out. I never felt like we were being pinched. And then once we finally got fucking Newtown, I was just taking it easy. It was like me, Cameron, our friend Nate.
I saw Evan, or not Evan, Eric and Alex were on.
They came later.
Yeah,
they came later. So we were like relatively small group. There was 4 of us. I can't remember the fucking.
Sorry to whoever the 4th was.
I can't remember who that was. Fuck. Anyway, I was like, okay, 13 county super flank. Like I was like, I know Brian's just gonna rush that objective because that's his MO, to delay or whatever, right? So I was like, I'm just gonna do the opposite. And we came through the woods because I like the woods better than anything else. And got into a couple fights, and then we ended up at Mosque. And we couldn't capture Mosque because we still didn't have that.
Didn't have Newtown.
So we were like, fuck it, we'll just stay here for a little bit. And then a small group of guys stumbled into us. And I shot one guy, and then I told everybody, like, let's boogie the fuck out. Oh, I'm sorry. I shot one guy, and then Nate was on the roof, and he shot down and killed the rest of them, right? It was only like 4 guys. And we boogied out into the tree line, and so then we were going to flank back around towards African. And as we're going, I hear red players go, there's fucking blue in the mosque. There's fucking blue in the mosque. And so some guys had respawned at the hard respawn, and some guys had respawned at the their mobile respawn at African.
Yep.
So they were coming in like this on the mosque saying there's dudes in the mosque. So they're shooting, and then they're shooting, and now they're seeing people. Oh my God, there's people in the mosque. So they start shooting and shooting, and now I'm hit. I'm fucking hit.
Yep.
They were killing each other.
Nice.
They were literally killing. We were laughing in the tree line. We were just like, holy shit, they think we're still there. It was fucking great. I will say this, the Fragos I never saw. I never saw the Fragos. I also wasn't trying very hard. Like I'm still nursing a knee injury, and we have AMS coming up in 2 weeks, and I don't want to be lame and crippled for that. So I wasn't like hoofing it around or whatever, but
this one, the Fragos were fun, but weren't overly complicated.
Yeah.
Most of them revolved around like some things that we're just realizing are good for Milsim days, like telling them at specific time points they have to go capture these objectives. So like that was the 1 o'clock one.
Yeah.
That was capturing your CP, which was outside of the chain. 2 o'clock was the pilot, but there was a secondary mission for the recon teams because we implemented the recon teams, where for them it was find the enemy team's commander and get a video of you killing him, and then you get extra points. Which is funny because apparently at one point you passed the red team commander and didn't know that was a mission.
Yeah.
That I think falls in line with some of the things that the blue players I was talking to were telling me about, like just a lack of communication at certain points because you guys were the recon team.
I didn't even know that. I didn't.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like
that was the case, but.
And that was a mission tailored for the recon team. Like there was a 2 o'clock mission for everyone, and then we're like bonus mission for the recon team specifically.
Yeah.
If they find the enemy team commander and get a video of them killing the enemy team commander and show it to a staff member, they get points.
Oh.
So it was like a search because for them, red team, their CP was up at Haji Camp. Perfect opportunity for snooping and pooping into the woods.
We did. They didn't keep anything there.
Yeah.
We went up there. I don't know if they were, well, I don't know if the commander was just leading from the front or if they were in the respawn or whatever, but we didn't, there was no presence at their command point.
The majority of the time I went over there, it was just him by himself, or it was like 1 or 2 dudes respawning there, and then they were all going to either Mosque or African. Yeah. And then 3 o'clock was the rocket.
Yeah, that was cool. I didn't see that either, but
you probably heard it.
well, because by that point, we had circled back around to Mosque because Mosque was a capture point, but only if Newtown
was secured.
They finally secured Newtown, so now we're trying to capture that. I think that one was a 20-minute.
Mosque is a 15.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
Right?
So the 3 flags that made the front line, which were Hacienda, Mosque, and Fuel Depot, those were 15 minutes. Embassy and African were 30 minutes.
That's right.
And then Haji Camp and not Embassy, Newtown and African were 30 minutes. Embassy and Haji Camp were 20.
Oh
yeah.
So we once they captured that, we captured Mosque, and then we ran into our commander, and I was like, hey, if we capture African, then nothing that way fucking matters. I was like, let's capture this. So then we had a large force doing that, and then that kind of rounded out the game. But it was good. I didn't have any complaints. Like there was no airsofty bullshit like call your hits and all this shit. Not that I ran into anyway.
I will say, thankfully, there wasn't any of that.
Yeah, like everybody was just out having a good time, dude. I had a couple cool interactions. Like it must have been their recon element. It was just just like a 2-man little group, but they would do these like probing attacks.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. It kind of kept us on our toes. It was down at African. The only thing I'll say to those two guys is that they were too predictable.
Okay.
Because they would hit us and then they would rotate, but they would always rotate in the same direction. And so I was able to predict their next fucking rotation.
Okay.
And me and a random were actually in position.
Waiting for them.
Watched them get into position. And then I was sneaking up on them. Oh my God. It was in the tree line over by African. And I was sneaking up on him, and our buddy Nate just was like walking the path. He didn't know I was there, and he didn't know they were there.
Oh,
so he's just walking straight in. I'm like, no, don't come this way. Because now those two guys looked, and they were looking at Nate, and I was like, fuck. Now I have to engage a little bit further away than I wanted, and I ended up getting one, and the other one like scurried off. But it was a cool interaction, dude. Just to those two guys, make sure you change up which way you're rotating.
Don't always rotate right.
Yeah. For us, they were rotating left. For them, they were rotating right. Yeah. But it was very predictable, and I knew exactly where they were going to be, and sure enough, they turned up.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, it was fun. I think it's fun. It's a good time.
Yeah, and then. Yeah, you're right. The rocket rounded out the end of the day because that was the 3:00 mission. They set off the rocket at like 3:30, and I remember all the players being like, "Cool, what's next?" I'm like, "It's total field domination until 4:00, guys." So like, yeah,
it would have been cool to have, because like as soon as we secured African, we waited until 3:31.
Yeah,
because we're like, African takes 30 minutes to capture.
Yeah,
at 3, game ends at 4.
Well, that was the funny thing.
They physically can't capture it again. So let's all go hit Haji Camp. So I was expecting this big fucking fight at Haji, and they were just like,
All the red team was in CQB because they knew that the rocket was set up at the fortress. Mm-hmm. And once they did that, they were like, we want this thing to go off. So there was like 35 red dudes right there. They were like, nope. We did tell them, we're like, to be fair, Dylan and I really set this up and we want it to go off. So even if they defuse it, we're probably still going to launch it. Just launch it. And they're like, yeah, no, but like we can't lose it. And we're like, yeah, but if you guys do, then somebody actually gets to cut the wires on the bomb prop that we made. Like, that still hasn't happened yet. And they're like, no, we're not going to lose this building. Okay, fine.
Yeah, I didn't even know the rocket got set up or anything like that.
I heard it go off. Like I was outside test firing a gun and I heard it and I was like, damn, I missed it.
Yeah.
This is what I want to say, okay? I was going to not play. And then Dave came up and he was like, you should play. And I was like, yeah, I'll see if I can. Let me take care of this guy. I had like not a super busy day at the tech window.
Yeah.
But like one of the things I was working on for somebody took so long because it was just like one of those nightmare guns where like got the gun, he did the work himself, got all the cheapest parts for it. And it was just, I'm just being a nice guy, right? I didn't go with my
Anthony having a soul.
My default instinct of saying, no, there's nothing I can do for you right now because this thing's a hot mess. Like, no, I entertained it. Mainly because he had an HPA engine that I never had the privilege to
I know exactly what gun you're talking
tweak
about.
around with yet.
It was that AK.
Yeah. And it's super nice guy.
Yeah.
Kid.
Young kid.
Yeah. Super nice young kid. I wanted to help him, but like he just had some issues that were apparent. But anyway, spent a bunch of time doing that. This is what I want to say. Do not wait for the day of the event to get your gun looked at if it's shooting bad.
So
to everybody, to everybody.
In his defense, because that
not even him. Like it was multiple people. Like there's your gun going down, and usually like it's something simple.
Yeah,
you know, like the most common thing is like if it's going down, usually like they might have like a gate MOSFET, and maybe you have to do a firmware update and recalibrate the selector. Like that's
low
end, or maybe a motor connector comes disconnected, or like their motor's dirty and you clean it, but you get them back on the field. There's that stuff. They can't really control that. It's just the gun doing what it's going to do. And then there's people that legitimately don't prepare for things.
Yep.
And then their whole day of fun airsoft is contingent upon the tech at the window being able to
Fix it.
completely resolve every issue that their gun has the day of, without any prior like contact to be like, hey, can this happen? You know? So I just want to say that's not how the tech window works. I wish it is. You know, and you'll heckle me. You'll be like, some tech, you can't, but
I told that kid with the AK because he was like, I got this barrel and hop up and I put it in myself and now it doesn't shoot, but then without a mag in it, it would shoot fine. As soon as you put a mag in it, it just started leaking air. I told him, I was like, you should just go home, put the stock barrel and hop up back in it and come back and you could still play Milsim Day. And he's like, yeah, but I really want this to work. And I'm like, trust me, I get it. Just go put the stock parts back in because it worked with the stock parts.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the kid that asked for a refund at like 9:30.
Yeah. He's a regular. He's a good kid.
Yeah, he's new to airsoft. That's his first gun.
He is.
Yeah.
He is. And that's why I was willing to help him out. But some of the issues that he had was with that gun in particular was just like, this is not how you build this particular gun out if you want it to be HPA.
Yeah.
It was just misalignment central. And
that's what I told him. I was like, something's not aligned in here because as soon as you put a BB in it, the nozzle's getting stuck. I was like, there's a problem here.
AKs are sculptures.
Yeah.
They're not Legos. You can't just blah and have a good time. But yeah, like prepare your guns way before an event. Don't wait the day of.
But no, the rocket was dope. And that was the highlight of the day, actually getting to set that off. It was cool.
When we did the test launch here on Friday, I turned into like Staten Island dad, like unironically.
In the
like
test video,
my natural reaction,
Yes.
like it was like my impulsive like reaction to seeing it go off. I see it going up. I was like, wow.
He actually did that.
I was like, wow.
we had some technical difficulties on Friday because like I had everything. I spent all week like building a rocket that size. It actually took like 3 days.
Okay.
Because you have to let like
Speaking of which, where's my voltmeter?
it's on the table over there. Like there was 3 of them. There was a tester and then one we were going to use in a backup. An entire tube of rubber cement and like 3 things of super glue. I owe Anthony so much super glue right now because 2 of those were his. I bought one thinking, oh, it's going to be fine. No, I needed a single tube for each of them. And then you got to paint them and you got to make sure that before you paint them, everything's nice and solid. So like it was multiple days of setting it up. And then I was talking to Dylan. I'm like, I'm not going to launch one of these until you're here. Cause like we both have money invested in this. Like we want to see it work. I never thought to open up the launch controller and be like, what kind of batteries does this need? I figured it was going to be like AA's or AAA's or 9 volts, C types.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't have fucking C batteries. So Dylan's here. I'm like, hey, go run to like Walgreens and buy C batteries. And he's like, I think there's some in the Connex. I'm like, I don't fucking trust those batteries. I was like, go get fresh ones. He's like, no, I'm gonna call Dave.
One of the batteries you had in there looked like the
label was peeling off and like one of the
and a label on a battery is not a sticker. It's like sheet metal.
Yeah.
You know, like the battery's falling apart.
And he's like, no, we have some in the Connex. I'll call Dave. I'm like, all right, cool. He comes back over, put all the batteries in, nothing. He's like, are you sure you assembled it right? I was like, yeah, this is sending an electrical current to the motor. I was like, there's something wrong here. And we're like, fuck. And I was like, don't go buy fresh batteries. He's like, no, we need a voltmeter first. Turns out 3 of the batteries were bad. I was like, fuck fresh batteries. As soon as the first time we put fresh batteries in and fucking press both buttons.
I gave the batteries.
He did.
It wouldn't have happened without me.
He did. He was like, I have C batteries. I'm like, all right, sure. That'll work.
Praise the beeper that you hate.
Yeah,
take C batteries.
Praise the beeper. But yeah, on the video, you just hear Anthony in the background, like it launches. Everybody's like, oh my God. And I think what I said verbatim was, holy shit, it worked. You just hear Anthony go, wow.
At first I was like, whoa. And it went so high and I saw the jet stream behind it and it just went so high and straight. I was like, this is a sick model rocket. And then the nose came off and it was a parachute. I was like, wow. It was like overstimulating. I was like, model rockets are really cool.
Yeah, here we go.
I was like, we need to use this for every airsoft thing.
Holy shit, it worked.
Oh my God.
Down.
You just hear, wow.
I was like, is this an airsoft? Is that real? Wow.
Wow.
Is
Anthony-
this thing legal?
Anthony abandons Airsoft, just starts putting together model rockets all day.
Oh no, but immediately Dylan and I turned around. We're like, we could do so much.
Well, that got me so
yeah,
interested.
yeah.
I mean, you spend so much time just taking the balsa wood and gluing it on. It's like, what if I could just 3D print a cap
Yeah, and then I
that has the fins on it?
I told you I was
that'll
like,
be so cheap
it could work for that, but you still have to keep in mind that
as long as it's not heavy.
it's not heavy and the thrust to weight ratio, because that rocket's big. It's pretty heavy for a model rocket. We were also using E-type motors, which are fucking massive.
And you assembled that like according to the instructions of this kit, right?
Yes, I messed up in one part.
Did it
and-
give you the fins pre-cut, like pre-cut?
Yes,
balsa
but I
wood?
had to round them out because they're just like shapes, and you pop them out and it's like
Yeah.
take an X-Acto knife, round it out, take some sandpaper, sand it flat. Did all that.
Did you have to balance the weight at all, or
So there was an
is it
interesting.
assumed that if you follow the kit,
So in the kit, it has a
close enough?
strip of paper that you put around the tube, and then this is where it's like kind of rudimentary. It's like put the tube with the paper up against the door frame and extend the lines. And I'm like, all right, cool. This is probably going to come in clutch later, because then you pull the page down, and now those lines are where your fins go. So with the super glue, you have to make sure you get it precisely on the line going straight, because like one of them I assembled and it was slightly off. It's like that's going to be bad.
That'll give it some rotation.
Yeah, I was like, that's going to give it some rotation. And as you saw yesterday on the Zulu YouTube, I was watching a bunch of model rocket videos. A bunch of them were fails, because they would either start to go up and then you're like, oh, no. And I'm like, we're launching this out of the center of the fortress.
Yeah.
If this goes
it needs to go
up,
straight up.
It needs to go straight up and slightly westward.
So what I was trying to tell you the other day, so I have a filament, it's called PLA Aero.
yeah.
So it's PLA, but it's lighter. So
Okay.
I want to kind of, do you have fins that are not attached? I want to
No, but I can get more.
I want to weigh it.
Yeah, we can.
I just want to make your life easier, because I want to see the model rocket get launched at everything.
So
Everything we do. Like if
Yeah,
they're
but
gonna
you
be
can't-
no, because there's plenty of other ideas. I mean,
Yeah,
Dave, Dylan, and I were discussing last night pyrotechnics charges, where they will be put on top of buildings. Because one of the other things we implemented this weekend was a giant fucking speaker.
like when we made that Benghazi promo video.
Yeah.
yes, but that was fireworks. We want less fireworks, more your music video at the field.
Yes.
So
I can. Yeah, that's easy.
yes, we know. I don't want to discuss too much about how that's going to work.
we should.
However, like, this is a cool concept. In CQB on Saturday all day, there was a giant speaker that was just running. It was a 10-hour YouTube video of the ambiance of war. So like long-range artillery, machine gun fire, aircraft noises. And certain people were like, holy shit, I could hear that in Fuel Depot. I didn't know what it was. So that's great. And like when the model rocket thing came up, I picked up the speaker and moved it closer so that the players that were, because there were so many fucking players, so that they could hear it too. But how cool would it be to hear the U.S. Base defense incoming?
Yeah.
And then another soundtrack plays of an A-10 doing a gun run. And then all of a sudden 3 or 4 buildings just like burst up with a fucking small explosion.
Yeah. Bring back the theatrics.
Yeah. So that's kind of where we're going with it, Anthony.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a fun time.
It's awesome stuff.
So the model rocket will be used, but also that. Because the shtick.
I
to the
can't
model-
wait for the next Zulu op.
Oh, that'll be dope. But
Zulu ops are canceled. Milsim
No.
days. We're just going to invest heavily in Milsim days.
No, here's the big.
Okay.
Here's the thing for Milsim days really help test mechanics,
Sure.
and in doing so, it's still allowing walk-ons. It has some loose faction
Yeah.
requirements and stuff. Ops let you kind of get more rigid with the team structure, and it also goes on all day.
Yeah.
So you'll have time to use all of these mechanics that they're testing out, and I think that would be really dope.
Yeah.
Like just adding the mortar to Blood Diamond was like huge,
Yeah.
and it's a pretty simple mechanic. You do that, like, okay, the mortar becomes this like important asset, but now it's like you have model rockets, and now it's like there's a missile mission, and like
and a prototype of a 105 millimeter howitzer.
you post the videos of the rocket going off, man, and then you
Oh,
tell
yeah.
them that for this op coming up, there's going to be a missile mission. People want to be a part of that. They want to be there when the thing goes off.
Because the
You know?
whole shtick to the rocket in this one.
People
was
aren't
that-
people aren't always incentivized by points for their team,
Yeah.
But some people will probably be incentivized to push objectives if it means they get to be physically present during a cool experience, like seeing that thing go off.
And don't be fooled. There was more to it than just the cool experience of it going off. Because
Yeah.
in the game lore, like the mission read that the fortress is a Cold War missile silo, and there's technology there that could potentially cause an EMP. And if the rocket gets set off, which it did, the team that set it off got, I think it was 400 points, but it also EMP'd both teams on Ares. That rocket was the EMP.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so as soon
That was the only reason why I suspected the rocket went off, because I went to look at the app and I was like, oh, we're jammed. Fuck.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I have to step out for like 20 minutes.
Go ahead.
Do we want to take a break?
Yeah, let's take a break.
Okay, not great.
Give yourself some back alley LASIK
Yeah.
with your Sumo Gear pack.
Oh, hot take. Somo Gear packs are not great.
I hear people complaining about them losing zero,
I have 3 of them.
mostly from guys putting them on their real.
I have not
like
put
guns.
them on my real guns, and all 3 of the Somo Gear packs that I have broken.
Define broken.
The adjustment zero turrets
Hmm.
have pushed into the unit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You should stop doing that.
Fucking
Now-
Airsoft, man.
Replacing that Sumo Gear pack after you got its.
By the time you bought 3 of them, you could have bought a civilian pack 15.
Now, would that also be prone to breaking at
No.
some point?
No.
Yeah.
Not like that.
So I see this post from RGK like just now. I'm going to read it and I want to know what you think.
Let's go. Let's hear it.
RGK, random guy Kev,
Nice guy, by the way. He came out for Tactical League.
even though he
RGK, come on the podcast.
even though he said that we weren't a podcast. We actually
No,
are,
we talked
we're-
about that.
We are a podcast.
Yeah,
now.
we talked about that.
I can't wait for him to come on. Okay, so this is what he wrote. Our community has been burned too many times by promoters who talk a big game and then flake out. We're justifiably wary of anyone who walks in making grand promises without consistently proving their dedication. Show us you care through consistent effort, not just words. Expecting people to spend significant money to travel nationally before you've established a local base is unrealistic. For any new endeavor in a new area, your first step must be audience building. People are inherently cautious. They won't commit until they see proof of value. They're watching from the sidelines to determine if your offering is worth their investment. It's the current economic reality. They'll show up to the next event if the first one proves valuable. Otherwise, they'll wait and see. Bringing in your experienced members to serve as instructors helps to make the rule set and style clear to everyone. New participants must be given the foundational knowledge necessary to feel comfortable and competent with the format. You can't let confusion or discouragement derail their involvement in a different format of play. We must also balance the right to participate with the need for competitive parity. Not parity, like Parity.
Whatever.
Yeah. It's discouraging for first timers to be immediately matched against highly experienced people. While the learning experience is valuable, people want a fight that feels winnable or at least manageable. People want to feel they're at the same level when being first introduced to something, and whoever understands it better essentially will win. Will wins.
I see that.
Yeah.
I'm reading it too.
The ultimate takeaway is simple. Know your community, build your community, and create incentives that drive them to participate and improve. All communities are built different and should definitely be looked at differently. What works in one area may not work in another. You just have to be able to adjust what you got for those markets. I don't know what he's talking about specifically, but he tagged 2 things, fast close combat and Theo Griezmann.
So it looks like the second one is one of the dudes that's running fast close combat. It's a French speed soft league.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Gotcha.
yeah. So it looks like we were just talking about this with Mike because it was popular in California and then it's starting to die off. It looks like it's a company that's trying to do competitive, like TV promotable speed soft. That's pretty dope.
I mean, Airsoft kind of needs it.
Airsoft kind of needs it, but also I agree with everything he just said there because at the same time, this is very similar to the conversation we had about Milsim Day. Like after the third one is when you see if it's actually working.
Yeah.
Like the first one, it's the shiny new thing that people are like, ooh, that's interesting. The second one is all the people that heard about the first one and went, oh, I should probably do that. So you're going to see an increase. And if on the third and the fourth one, you see a dip off dramatically, then you know it wasn't actually working and people weren't there for it.
Yeah.
We got the consistency with Milsim Day. Like the first one was like 130, 140. The second one was like 180. But then the third and the fourth one were also like 140, 150 people. So
Yeah.
there's a consistent interest in it. And at least we know from seeing the metrics, it's not bad. Even though, like I said, Dylan and I had our gripes and critiques with Saturday, players were still having fun.
It's the long form, right? So And we used to do this with just Full Field Conquest. Full Field Conquest here for open play used to be 2 hours long.
That's what I thought.
And for some reason or another, it's like dipped down to like an hour and a half, sometimes like an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot on paper, but if you think about it, right? This is why longer format games are just kind of better, in my opinion, is that you have enough time to have a shitty situation, respawn, and then have a great situation.
Yeah.
Right? Or vice versa, you know, or have a good situation then a shitty situation. But at least
You have time.
you have a chance to do the thing that you think you want to do in your head. You know what I mean? Like to have that Navy SEAL moment that everybody fucking wants to have, dude. It's almost guaranteed. Anything over 2 hours, you've got enough time to have good and bad or whatever. And I think that's a strength to Milsim Day, is the length of time. I mean, a lot of people see it as a challenge or whatever, but
Shout out to that one dude that his first day playing Airsoft was the first Milsim Day, and he's came back every single fucking time.
I knew exactly what you're talking about. He's a hard drive.
Yeah, apparently he works at the farm next door.
Oh, hell yeah.
But yeah, he's in every end of the day Milsim Day photo. He's in every single one of them. The first one, that was his first day playing Airsoft. Like he walked off the field and came up to Dylan, and I was just like, I want to let you know this is my first time playing Airsoft. It's fucking awesome.
So he works at the farm next door.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
No, but you're right on that, because that was something I was talking to Alex about. What is this?
Read the bottom.
Oh, nice.
That was right now.
Nice. That goes on to another gripe I have.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what that was about.
we'll talk about it off air.
I'll show it to you, but don't talk about it.
Yeah.
So,
When I was talking to Alessandro,
Alessandro.
that was something that he said. He likes that it's long enough format, because one of the gripes was Full Field Conquest. And maybe this is on the refs, because I do remember a time period where Conquest was always an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Yeah.
Now it's like, I've played some Sundays where it's 45 minutes, and I'm sitting there going,
It's not enough time to get into a groove,
Yeah.
right? It's not enough time for the teams to be set up and kind of like the ebb and flow, like to create that front line. And then once that front line is created, now you can do all your sneaky crap or make your big push or whatever. You can't do that in the beginning, because everybody's still jockeying for position and things are happening so fast. And it could feel like, you know, more of a CQB game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That
Just
was
like
what he said.
fast-paced.
And he pointed out, he's like, you and I used to do this all the time. We'd go into the woods, we'd sneak around, we'd get into a fight, we'd fall back. He's like, those were hour and a half, 2 hour games.
Yeah.
Now it feels like sometimes by the time you get to where you want to be, you got to hope that something happens there, because if nothing happens, you're sitting there for 20, 30 minutes waiting, and then the game's over.
Yeah.
It's like,
the game's over.
yeah, you're right. That has been the recent flow. Like maybe the games are too short in the afternoon.
Particularly Full Field.
Yeah.
Like we could run it in a way where there's only 2 games after lunch. Even now with
I remember that.
with the with winter hours, right? We're only until 4. I think you get much more value out of 2 longer games.
Yeah.
Than
4 short games.
Yeah, 45-minute Full Field and then a 45-minute ShamWow and then like, you know.
Well, that's why I said to
couple
Dylan,
games.
I was like, Saturday was rough for us in the beginning, because we were sticking to a strict timetable. We were like 9:30 safety brief, 9:50 they're lining up, 10 o'clock we're walking, 10:40 the first game's ending,
Yeah.
10:45 we're lining back up. That second game needs to end at 11:30 because we're taking a half-hour lunch on a 45-minute lunch, and we had the schedule down to a minute. By the time we walked on the field for Milsim Day, we were only 10 minutes behind schedule, which
Yeah.
to me was like, I can't believe this. But I was like, what if for the next one we just do Full Field Conquest in the morning for an hour and a half, and then we just do Milsim?
Because it's hard to balance teams skill wise with
And people
with just a
people
full
walking
field.
on.
Yeah. But Full Field Conquest is one of those games you can balance teams as they're going up. It's like 3 flag in the mosque. You can balance teams as they're going up. CQB base assault, it can work. It can't sometimes. But
here's the other thing too. That first game of the day is just the people who are there and ready to go.
yeah.
By the second game of the day, you've generally got all the players that are going to play. I mean, with exception to the people that only showed up for the Milsim Day, but you know,
Yeah,
not much
that-
you can do about that. But
That's one of those, I just can't plan for that.
Yeah, but to add to the long format games, I feel like you make friends better in longer format games
For sure.
than in like, you know, ShamWow and then this. Because like, you know, you're on there all day. Sometimes there's somebody that you never played with, but for some reason you're running with them all day. You keep running into them, and it's just like, all right, okay, cool. This
There's
is
still
Billy
some
or
dude
whoever.
from last summer that I wish I could find him again. Him and I played together one time for a full field conquest game. It was like the first time I ever seen him here. Haven't seen him since. Him and I had one of the coolest airsoft moments on this field.
It's like when you make friends on Xbox Live.
Yeah, like did we just become best friends? And it was something. It was silly. Like it was make your own fun. We were just ambushing dudes in Vietnam, and it was like the first month we had the boss unit. I
Yeah.
got stuck in Vietnam by myself. It was like one of those days we have to go find Jordan. We can hear him.
Yeah.
And I just find this random dude. I remember tan bump helmet, like really bad Chinese desert marpat.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, are you alive? He goes, yeah. I was like, cool. We're going to go up here. We're going to ambush these dudes. We're going to run back to that area when I say run. And then we're going to reset and do it again. We did that like 3 or 4 times over. And when we were walking off the field, he's like, that was fucking awesome. I had a great game. I have no idea who this dude was. Still haven't seen him since. But again, you're right. You make friends along the way in a longer format game.
Yeah. Live format games are just fun.
They're fun.
It's fun.
In the afternoon, there's definitely a need for the short games in the morning. Not even just specifically on Milsim days, just on regular days, because we're trying to encompass many different flavors,
Yeah.
of the sport as we can.
Speaking of flavors, Friday night under lights. There's been comments about that.
No. There's been one person.
That
just keeps
commented
commenting on
the same comment.
4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
What's that?
And it was like trying to incite violence.
Yeah.
It was on the same post. I saw it, and then I got the notification again like 2 hours later, and I'm like, oh, fucking stupid Instagram, give me the same notification. I clicked on it. It was like, oh no, he copy pasted it.
Oh, cool.
And then he did it again and again. And again. I was like, all right, I see you. I understand. I don't remember what post it's on. Hold on.
Senpai, notice me. I don't know if that's apply. I hear young people saying
No,
that.
that's a good use of it.
Okay, good. I was worried.
Oh, where is
I have absolutely no clue what that means. But
Yeah, because like
Oh, there it is. Okay, so it was on a podcast short. He commented 1, 2. Oh, he removed some of them. I think it's pretty cool you guys are doing Friday night games with bi-weekly GBB focus nights. Very excited. I already told all my friends.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then he commented the same thing verbatim, like copy and paste.
Yeah, yeah.
Like an hour later. And then like an hour after that, same thing.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Is it a real human being?
Yes, it is. He plays here.
Okay, good.
Is he inciting violence?
No, it was more.
No.
I kept looking at it going, this fucking, it's one of Gabe's friends.
Yeah. So what is the status on that?
No, sorry. It's not one of
curious.
Gabe's friends. It is Gabe. Gabe, good job.
The status of it is that it doesn't exist yet. That's the status of it.
I think it would really spruce up Fridays.
Well, that leads me into a talking point that I had earlier while you were on the phone. I think we are going to see it more in the next year. I think Airsoft is starting to head in the direction of GBBs all the time. Like they are much more predominant in the last year than we've seen ever before. Because I feel like every time I open the Airsoft Reddit group, and not the GBB Reddit group, the normal Airsoft one, all I see is gas guns. And then I go on YouTube and I just type in Airsoft and I see gas gun videos. And it's not my algorithm.
Between you, Mitch, and Josh, like you don't have to have a gas gun. If you have enough gas guns for an Airsoft militia.
That's true.
You can get a group of guys
Josh
to
has
run,
a lot.
to run a gas gun only game.
Well, like from only recently joining this elite group of players.
You can call it a cult. It's
The
a cult.
cult.
I might be getting a GHK soon.
Don't get a GHK.
Get an MWS.
Get an
Well,
MWS.
it's a good deal, so I'm
No,
probably going to get a
it's-
GHK soon.
Broken guns are never a good deal.
Continuing what Dave was saying.
So from my very new and outside perspective, I also see the increase of gas guns, but I think it's because of the MWS. Again, that gun is the best shooting gas gun I've ever shot.
I think it is, but it's not as big of a role. So the MWS, for context, I bought my first GHK M4 in 2015. The MWS came out in 2016. And I said it right around 2018, 2019, I started saying it. If the MWS existed when I bought a GHK, I wouldn't have bought a GHK. I would have bought the MWS. It's a better performing gun.
Yeah.
But now we've got this instance of EMG, Evike Manufacturing Group, Double Eagle, Cyma are making copies of the MWS. They're a little bit cheaper. Lancer's coming out with a copy of the MWS.
Are they faithful clones the way like the JG,
So
like the way the JG AEGs were mimicking the TM AEGs?
the Double Eagle ones, and as far as I know, I want to have Lancer send one over for testing. The Lancer one, yes. The Cyma one, the CGS, just don't fucking buy it. All the parts are off spec. They're slightly larger, slightly too small.
Yeah.
So you've got that. And then VFC in the last 2 to 3 years have shifted from making really cool high-end AEGs to they make more gas guns than AEGs now. My problem is that VFC's quality control can be hit or miss, and the guns tend to always break. But they make everything. VFC FALs, G3s. They're making the weird guns that people want.
Yeah.
Say,
I had a VFC SR25. It was cool.
And the externals on the VFC gas guns really are beautiful.
They're beautiful. They feel great.
I pick one up. I'm like, wow.
They don't
I'm like,
shoot
is
as
this
well
real?
as the MWS, but they shoot. That's kind of the issue. So now all of a sudden we're seeing this predominant shift in the market of like VFC's making gas guns. EMG has 15 different MWS clones now.
Yeah.
And then every time I open up social media or Instagram, holy fuck, gas guns everywhere. So like I'm gonna say in the next year we're gonna see a shift where there's a lot more of them, especially with like Josh has that VFC 249. He actually made it shoot fieldable. Like fieldable enough where I looked at him and was like, I don't hate this.
Yeah.
People have done it. It's just
but if manufacturers can do it right out of the box,
yeah,
that's like a super win. And
TM would be the one.
well, I said
and
it
I feel
too,
like
that
the MWS is so completely usable.
you can use it. You can use it bone stock. That's what Mitch does.
I dare to say it's accurate. Like I've had zero issues. I have confidence in the gun.
Yeah.
Whereas every other gas gun in the world that I shot, hey dude, you haven't shot this one, and it shoots like absolute dog shit. Like if your airsoft gun can't stay inside the donut of a fucking EOTech, like it's trash. Throw it in the river.
Yeah.
And every other gas gun before that was like that. It was fun to shoot, but
Well, what about the KWA MP7?
fun.
Yeah, but the MP7's in
Still
the same
same,
category. There's not a lot of nuance. So like with my GHK, I gave you my GHK for gas gun night, and I had to run you through a list of things like, hey, you need to know these things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on Saturday, Josh was here, different Josh. He might be interested in buying my MCX, which is an MWS pattern gun. And I was like, here, just take it and play a game with it. Here's 5 mags. Here's a gun. He's like, anything I need to know? I'm like, charging handles here and fucking selector switches there. That's all you need to know. And he's like, cool. He came back at the end of the day, goes, this was the most fun I ever had with a gas gun. This gun shoots fucking awesome. I'm like, cool. If you want to buy it, I'm only selling it because I can't put a Bosch unit on it.
Yeah.
You know what gas gun I hate? Absolutely hate? That freaking Groza that you were working on.
Yeah. So
And
Saturday
it's not even because of the gas gun.
it's the
It's the Groza. The Groza.
Yeah.
It's so faithful to the real Groza that it's dog shit.
Yeah, I was working on because I do gas gun work for customers. This customer came in a few weeks ago with a Groza GHK K74. It has all the same problems that you would expect. Like I only know this from working on Richie's Saiga 12 Groza kit. If you tighten the screws too much, it just locks the trigger.
Yeah.
So you have to get him in the right spot and then Loctite him in place, put it all back together. But then because it's a GHK, his springs are all wearing out. So I had to take the springs out of his fucking bolt stop system and like bend them back into place. Nightmare.
Bullpup triggers suck. And usually on those conversion kits, there's some bar, like a solid
Oh,
bar.
while you were on the phone, I showed Dave the gun.
Oh, yeah.
He knows.
So I guess for the viewer,
It's a wire.
yeah, normally there's a solid bar that interfaces the trigger you're pulling and the trigger on the actual gun. But on the Groza kit, it is a flimsy ass
like-
wire.
It's like piano. It's not even piano wire. Piano wire is like more taut. This is just braided.
You could fit a steel plate in there. You could fit a plate that does not bend.
Yeah.
Like you could, but they just didn't.
Well, I think because of installation, you need to be able to like unhook it or whatever. But it's a bullpup. So as soon as you do that to a gun, I'm out.
Yet.
Yeah. Like,
Rifle fine.
Yeah. I'm
You didn't
fucking
even
out.
try and reload it. It's a nightmare.
And also it has this like
Flap.
it has this flap over
It's like the ejection port.
the ejection port, but like when you pull the charging handle back, you can't pull it back all the way because this like steel plate is in your way. And I guarantee you, if you do it really fast, you'll cut your hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or the bar,
And that's just the design of the Groza.
or the plate on the right side of the magwell. So if you like try to reload it as a lefty, all you're gonna do is slam your hand into that steel plate that's at
Yeah.
a fucking angle. You're like, yeah, you're gonna catch your
It's so gross.
It's bad.
It's so Groza.
Yeah.
No, but I think the fact that now we're starting to see gas guns that can perform in terms of accuracy at the same level as like a mid-tier AEG.
And gas efficiency. The MWS is efficient.
Well, there's that, and then there's the thing I was describing to Dave before too. So there's a company, forgot their name already. I can pull it up. They make a kit for an MWS, and I have said this time and time again. If you put an HPA adapter on your gun, it's fucking stupid. You're losing all the benefits of a gas gun. So this company made a kit where you take your trigger group out of your MWS, modify it a little bit, put this block in,
Yep.
and
Is
then
it a frog?
yeah, I think that's it, like Frog Engineering or something.
Yeah.
And it routes. It's not the one you installed on that WE where it's got a brass wire that goes around the entire thing.
Yeah.
This puts an HPA adapter out the mag well. And then they have a custom trigger guard that runs underneath, and you drill a hole in your pistol grip, and it comes out the bottom of your grip. And then they make mags for it that also still activate the bolt stop. Just the top of the mag, like on the back where your gas stuff would be, is just hollow, so it goes around the HPA kit.
Yeah.
There's 65 round mags. They hit the bolt stop. So now you can HPA tap an MWS, still have all the fun features of the recoil and the bolt stop, and run it off HPA. So in the wintertime, you can actually run your gun.
Yeah, that would be a good wintertime solution.
There's a kid here that has it. He installed it last week. He was here for Milsim Day. And I gave him so much shit when he was describing it to me.
Yeah.
And I finally saw it in person. I shot it and I was like, I hate to say I like this.
Yeah.
I liked that frog kit I put in that WeTech M4. I hate the WeTech M4, but it was neat. Like you're supposed to use, so you know G&G has that empty mag detection. It also has an extended follower, so it feeds to the last round. So this kit goes in the WeTech. It does route an HPA line out the grip, but it doesn't.
Yeah, it is. It's
it
Frog
doesn't-
Engineering.
It doesn't have anything sticking outside of the gun. But it lets you use AEG mags. If you use these G&G mags, you modify them a little bit. So a couple 3D printed parts you put, but you have a gas gun that you have HPA tapped. You have the blowback. You have bolt hold open, and you're running like 120 round AEG mags, and
Yeah.
it's neat. It just sucks that it's a WeTech.
Yeah. So the one thing.
And I haven't seen him use that gun since. He's got he's gotten several guns from.
Yeah, I was
very
gonna
happy
say
with
he's
those,
got
yeah.
like 5 or 6. It is Frog Engineering. Just their MWS kit is different, and I would argue it's better because talking to the player that has it here, who's like, and if I ever don't want to use it, I can take it out and just go right back to using gas mags. With the WE, that's not how that works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
Yeah. And
I'd be interested in that for the wintertime.
well, he did say he's like, the reason he bought, because he did it to a double eagle, which I notoriously talk a lot of shit about the double eagles, because they're, by the time you buy the gun and put all the upgrade parts into it, it's more than a Marui.
Yeah.
So you're only buying the Noveski N4 or whatever they're calling it. So that
It's
you can
more
have
than a
that.
Marui after tariffs.
Yes. It's more than a Marui after tariffs. The only benefit to buying that is if you want the externals. If you want it to look that way. If you want it to be the Daniel Defense License Mark 18 or the Noveski License N4.
Yeah.
But if you do that kit to a Marui, it requires modifying the receiver and modifying the trigger box way more because the kit was made for the double eagle.
Yeah.
So with the double eagle, he's like, it's literally pull it out, sand down this little part, put it back in, you're good to go. Like,
This is how I know gas guns are starting to become a lot more prevalent. If you look at the maker community, like the 3D printing community,
there's a lot.
dude, people are making full upper and lower receivers, like on FDM printers, like the
Yeah.
printers I have.
That's what I was
And
gonna
they're
bring
making
up.
functioning uppers and lowers. Scum Customs, he made a 3D printed bolt for his MWS, and it's like super lightweight. And he sent me videos of it working. Like, in
I don't know if I would do that, but I did send you a couple videos of the dudes making uppers where they were making like AR-18 uppers that were functional for the MWS. That's pretty fucking cool.
okay, so there's an I've said this before on the podcast, but I still can't get over it. There's an existing 3D printed gas blowback FGC9.
Yes.
And it's an FGC9 that's gas blowback. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Well, so you, Dom, and I sat down probably 2 years ago and had a legitimate discussion about making a Fight Light Crytek style upper for
Yes.
GHK. And this is, at the time, the only reason I would say HPA tapped the shit was to make a GHK that was belt fed so you could have a gas blowback LMG. This is before VFC made the 249. So the company, Frog Engineering, they made the kit for the MWS, and then they made a Fight Light upper.
Did they really?
Yeah, so you can have an HPA tapped
Is
MWS
there-
LMG.
Is their upper like CNC?
I don't.
there's-
They have photos of it on their Facebook page. That's the problem. So like this company's in Europe. I forget what country. Half their shit's not in English. They're just like, here's the price in USD. Like, email us if you want parts. They don't even have a website. They have a YouTube that shows a couple videos, and you're like, I could see why somebody would look and go, I'm not doing this. It's probably sketchy as fuck. But Anthony has installed one. That one was a lot of work. The one for the MWS, like this kid that has it, he's been playing Airsoft for like 2 months, and he did it in his basement, and it works perfect.
That gun was like crazy because it was a big part of it was just getting the kit in there.
Yeah.
And then once I did that, I handed it to Jordan. I was like, all right, now make gas gun work.
Yeah.
do the nozzle stuff. There's
Make
like
it shoot straight.
There's like a broken end pass in there. The coolest thing with the frog kit for me, like my nerdism, what I really appreciated was that the gasket that's supposed to interface with the bolt, that was 3D printed. That's 3D printed out of like TPU. It's like rubber.
There's a lot of companies doing that now.
And-
Cap does that.
And there's a lot, but it's FDM printed TPU, which is like, so, you know, there's always been this association with like FDM printed parts and just like cheap, fragile crap. But like the printers have gotten so good, the filaments themselves, so much engineering is going behind it. And like you can make legitimate functioning parts with an FDM printer. You just have to get over the fact that you might see layer lines, you know, that's it. And if it's internal, who cares?
I mean, the end pass that's in my MWS is 3D printed, and it works. And it's
like
stable.
FDM printed?
Yeah, I'll show you. You can actually see it. I have my spare bolt carrier here. You could see it through the router. Here, pass it over to him.
The only thing he doesn't throw across the table to me.
Yeah.
The green bit.
Oh, that's printed?
Yeah, that's printed.
That looks like a resin print, but that's still really cool. People can just make shit.
Yeah. Well,
People are going to become their own airsoft gun manufacturers.
I paid $25 for that. Put it in, set the bolt carrier to 270 FPS with a 3.2, and it hasn't moved. Yeah.
Just beautiful engineering.
Yeah, they
I
did a
love
good
it.
job. Fuck, what was I gonna say?
It looks broken.
No.
It also looks like it just rotated a little bit.
The nozzle should have a little bit of play.
Is this a thing that you were talking about?
Yeah, and then I went to order you one, and they're out of stock. Yeah, so when they come back in stock, I'll get you one.
I should get like a resin printer. There's some real benefits to getting that type of printer. They're just a bitch because you're not dealing with like spools of filament. It's like you have this liquid resin. It can be really messy. They really give off fumes you don't want to breathe in, you know, but you do get some really clean parts out of them.
Yeah.
Like beautiful stuff. I love making shit.
Yeah, the
love
3D
it.
printed stuff I don't know a whole lot about, but I mean, hey, if it can sit inside the nozzle and actually just hold my velocity consistent, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm saying, yeah, I think in the next year or so, we're going to see way more of it because now there's even companies copying the VFC designs, which I think is a terrible idea. But now you got cool guns.
Yeah.
There's so many different manufacturers coming over to the GBB side that it's like by next summer doing GBB only stuff, hell, by next spring, I feel like that's obtainable.
It would be really cool to do a gas gun only op.
Yeah. That's why when Mike told us last week that he does a gas gun only game, I was like, fuck, yes, I want this.
Yeah. Everybody's got the same limitations. Like, you know, nobody's mag besides an LMG is over 100, you know.
Yeah.
It'd be cool.
Even Josh's, because his, he got that 3D printed part for his VFC 249 that he can put an AEG box mag on it. So
Yeah.
HPA tapped gas blowback 249 with an AEG 200 round box mag. It's fucking dope.
Yeah.
So Dom, the ground bomb.
Yeah.
We've been talking a little bit about these new HPA engines from Europe. It's this Wolf Spark Labs. And I got these confused with the Backdraft engines. Backdraft are the ones that are like really affordable.
They're like
They
180
come-
bucks.
Yeah, and they come in those like tubes and all that stuff.
We gave 2 away at the anniversary game.
Yeah.
So these are made in Europe. And the coolest thing about these, and these are extremely efficient because unlike
Oh, is that one of Dom's batteries?
35C, freaking 500 miles. What did the guy say? Man hours? Hold on. He's talking about a battery and he's like, yeah, this one has 2,000 man hours.
When was
I
that?
can't remember. It's fine. This was like a month ago or something. You know how you just hear conversations
Yeah.
and staging and, you know.
Yeah, first deployment.
Yeah. And he's talking about his battery and he's just like, I don't know why it's dead. It's got like 2,000 man hours or whatever. I was like, oh, shit.
Well, that's like, I pointed out yesterday, when did we stop calling them lipos and start calling them lipos?
Lipos.
I mean,
So,
I've heard that so much.
Potato.
I know, but
you
it's
know,
never been a thing until I noticed it recently. People
Yeah.
are like, lipos.
So this engine's cool. So you have the adjustability of a dual solenoid engine.
In a single solenoid system.
No, it's just that there's one solenoid, but you have the tunability of a dual solenoid. Normally, dual solenoid is one is controlling the air coming out to push the BB, and the other one is controlling the nozzle.
Yeah.
This one's using a magnet for the nozzle, which means all of the air is only being used for propelling the BB, which makes it hyper efficient.
So it's the jack, but not stupid.
Is this a program?
It's not a jack. It is. Think of an F2. Think of any dual solenoid engine. So you have all that independent control of your nozzle dwell and all that stuff, and then the air is only pushing the BB out. People are reporting. People are reporting that they're getting like 15,000 shots out of a tank before it goes empty.
Is that tank, 100 cubic inches?
No, like normal tanks. I don't know the specific tank, but even if it's like out of a 90 cubic inch, 4,500 PSI tank, which is like the largest one.
Yeah. That's not the largest one anymore.
Well, it's still a lot of shots.
Yeah,
It's the most like that 15,000. Like that's ridiculous. So Dom wants a featherweight,
Okay.
and he wants to see if we can make this work in a featherweight. Because like if you're going to MSW, you want air efficiency because you don't really get to walk off and refill your tanks, and you don't want to be Richie and carry like
4 tanks.
more.
Hey, man.
So when last ball cart we did with Richie, he brought 13 of the 9 cubic inch tanks.
I know.
And then he brought several large tanks, and like that's just so much crap to carry.
I know.
Yeah, you rucked that in. Fuck.
Yeah, I know. He almost died on the rock.
Yeah.
Like to the point where we were like, this is the one where Richie quits.
But this thing's really, and look, this has a 3D
Love you,
printed.
Richie.
This has a 3D printed bit on it, and you also have you can adjust the nozzle length on it to some degree. We're gonna have to get a custom nozzle for this to work with the featherweight, but I think this whole thing's really neat. I did not know that he purchased it already and had it shipped over, but that's cool.
Or bobs and bits.
We get to do some science. Now, they're kind of hard to get because it's a smaller company that makes them in Europe. That's pretty neat.
Put a gas gun in it.
Anybody watching the podcast that wants to know more about this, Perfect Airsoft made a video review of this HPA engine. So that's what I'm going to be watching when I'm working on it. Get some info from him. And
Or we just ban AEGs and HPA and go back to gas guns only.
no, Springers.
Jesus.
The only
God.
AEG.
You want to talk about alienating fucking
No, I'm fucking.
5,000 people immediately? Oh, wow.
I just want a gas gun. That's why I'm stoked for AMS because we're running gas guns.
Yeah, dude, I'm pretty excited for that too.
Which
I'm not, because you guys are forcing me to use the gun I don't want to use because I don't want to.
What are we forcing you to use?
We need a saw gunner.
We don't need.
we're not forcing you to do that.
Also,
We
like,
have Andy.
yeah, the
I'm
other group
compelled.
that's with us is they've got like 2, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I was going to get my featherweight set up for the Boss unit.
You can do that if you want to. Just make sure it has a Bosch unit.
I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't.
Well, his featherweight has a selector switch.
No, that won't cause
Well-
any problems.
It'll cause all the problems.
Yeah.
Working on the selector switch. I don't know if I'll get that whole thing up and running for AMS, but
Just you have to use a Bosch unit. That's the
Yeah,
requirement.
just put it on your gun that you
'Cause-
know works.
Just keep in mind, we are either going to be the most popular or most hated group at this event. There's no in between. Either
Yeah.
people are going to love us because we have so many Bosch units, or people are going to fucking hate us because we have so many Bosch units.
we're going to be so deaf by the end of it.
Comtech 5s just for this.
We're all in the same room. I'm relying on that like Sig Gear Pro
And they'll be fine.
on those
Just
axles.
make sure they don't die.
Yeah.
Well, they still block.
Yeah.
I'm going to be getting like many battery banks
Yeah. No, that's why
for all my things.
AMS is going to be fun. And speaking of that, I had an idea and I already asked him. He said he would do it if we would want to do it. We should have Josh on the podcast.
Oh, yeah, just whoever.
Yeah, we should have Josh on the
I
podcast.
say we start with Richie.
No, I'm not saying during AMS. I'm saying like at a random time, we just have Josh come to be on the podcast.
Oh, yeah, Josh, good guy.
Yeah, well, he's got a lot of life experience and a lot of life stories that
Oh, yeah.
would be fucking hilarious to talk about on the podcast.
There we
I
go.
think
That's
it's
good.
also cool to ask players that come here often, like, what do you do for your living? Like, how do you
How much money do you make
Well, no,
before taxes?
Not even that, but
What's
like,
your social security
Yeah.
number?
no, not even that, but like, how
What's
do
your
you
mom's maiden name?
like you come here every weekend? So like, what do you actually do, and how do you balance airsoft with all that? Like, I think it's interesting because different people do it in different ways. You know,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean, I balance airsoft in my own unique way.
Because it's your job.
Well, teching on airsoft guns is, you
Yeah.
know, but you know, it's cool.
Working in the industry means you get to play far less. Fun fact.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
I used to play all day every Sunday. Now I'm lucky if I get a game in.
If you love airsoft so much
Don't
because
work
you
in it.
love to play airsoft and you want to make airsoft a big part of your life in perpetuity, you're not going to get as much playing experience if you work in the airsoft industry.
I mean, hell, I was talking to Mike this week, and he was like, "Yeah, finally getting out to play after like a month or two." we're going to play on like a Thursday night. I'm like, man, I get it. I get it. That's fucking rough.
Yeah. Like if you're like an employee status, like you'll have opportunities to play and stuff. And I see a lot of employees get certain benefits that enable them to play more. But usually employee jobs in airsoft are not careers. And if you're trying to make a career out of airsoft,
I feel like that's a different story if you're in California. Because those companies out there are so big that you could work a full 40-hour work week.
You could.
Working for like GI or Evike or even like PTS. Like you can work in the industry, have a career in the industry, and still get to play every Saturday and Sunday. But I feel like that only applies to California.
every time I'm going to start asking those questions. When I call like any tech support or customer service, I'm be like, oh, thank you so much for the help. Yep. Thank you. All right. Quick question. Do you play airsoft?
When's the last time you actually got to play airsoft?
Remember when you used to smile? Oh man.
It's been so long since I've played not here. Because when I play here, I have to play a certain way, right? I'm not overly aggressive. Like,
Well, I also feel like there should be an asterisk next to that. We can just remove the Northeast from this equation. I will say that because, like,
Why?
when I go to full auto, everybody fucking knows me.
Yeah, well, sure, right? But I play differently. I am much more like forgiving. Case in point, Brian and I were talking about this before, where like you see somebody shooting at you, and you're like they got you, right? Like they surprised you. They got you dead to rights.
Yep.
But they're shooting, and they just can't hit a shot to save their lives because they're panicking or they're dry firing or whatever. Like here, 100% of the time, I will laugh. And I'll go, I'm going to call that, but I just want you to know that like you didn't hit me. So maybe check your gun to
Check
make
your
sure.
hop up.
Yeah, like
I
check
had
your
one
gun.
last Sunday.
Is that demeaning?
No, I try not to be. I'm always like, oh, dude, you got me. Like I always call it, even though they didn't. Now at AMS,
Don't have to do that.
you got to hit me with the BB, bro. Like that's the whole fucking point, man. I'm not at that level. I'm not giving you that.
I'm not giving you the good credit now.
Yeah, like, yeah, you surprised me, but you didn't make sure your gun was functioning. You didn't make sure your magazine was, you know what I mean? Like,
Your optic wasn't zeroed. Fuck
yeah,
you.
exactly. Or you're not even using it. Like you got to fight it out there. But here I have to be like, oh.
Yeah, like last Sunday, just to set the scene, overpass building, random player. It was like 3 Flag Mosque, but we were in CQB just for the lulz. No, sorry, it was Battle for Fuel Depot. It was the last game of the day. One random player appears in CQB, and we start shooting at him, but it's just him. So I look at that dude, and I go, just stay here and keep shooting at him. I'm going to sneak out the back door down the stairs, and I'm going to loop around him. As I'm guns up coming around the corner, I see him full broadside, put 2 or 3 BBs into him. Credibility, gas gun. Maybe I didn't hit him. He turns and fires 4 or 5 at me. I was like, come on. But I hear him all hit the Connex box as I'm walking as he's trying to shoot me. And I just hear him go, that's fucking bullshit. I know I fucking hit you. I was like,
You're right. I sound like metal when I get hit.
and I sat there contemplating. I was like, do I just call it so I don't have to hear Jordan from Zulu caught cheating? And I'm like, he didn't fucking hit me. And I was like, I'm just going to walk to the lower field and then walk back up. I was like, I'm not calling myself out. I'm not dead. I'm just going to walk all the way across the field and walk back.
Yeah. That's always kind of amazing, actually, when somebody's like, they shoot at you, they hit plywood. And
There's a difference between
Plywood sounds
Cordura
like-
and wood.
yeah, like gear, when you hit gear, there's not too many sounds that sound like that. But plywood or now metal, the Connex boxes, dude, and you're just like, brother.
Yeah, I stopped. I giggled. I
on,
was
man.
like, I'm not hashing this out with this player. I'm just gonna walk away. I was like,
He's not made of metal. You know what I mean?
I'm not
Like,
the Tin Man.
yeah, but it is what it is. But anyway, Anthony, you know what time it is? Is it Normie? We got him.
No, we didn't. I pressed the buttons. The audio didn't go.
Today we got him. Is it muted?
It is muted. It is muted. I had it.
We apologize to all the listeners. Jordan fucked that one up.
I didn't realize I had that channel muted.
Jeez Louise, we
Do you
got
want-
him.
Do you want to redo it?
No, we got you.
Okay.
What do you got today, Jordan?
All right.
Do better.
He's going to fix
Do
it.
better.
He's going to
Jordan.
fix it in post.
Oh, I could fix it.
That's all right. we're talking about it, which means it's all bleeped. It just
Can we have other backtracks?
We
You know
could. I've said this time and time again. Actually, this is one for the players. If you go back,
Like we need the ooh.
no, not that.
Aw.
No, I can put custom sound bites on here,
Yeah, you
and
can.
I said I wanted to do it, and we should still do it. Somebody go find it. First person. I'll lay this out there. First person to find the episode and timestamp it in the comment section on this one, I will pay for your admission for a day.
Whoa.
Find me the clip of Dave saying, "Eat my ass." I don't know which podcast it's on. There's 50, 60 of them now.
Definitely during a rant.
It was during a rant. Dave said it once.
I almost said it again. That would have made it too easy.
Yeah. Go back and find me that episode where Dave says it and timestamp it in the comment section on this one. I'll pay for your admission for a day.
I'm currently looking for the noise that I want you to
But
add to the soundboard.
So this one came up recently because I watched it happen on the field. And we've been talking a lot about gas guns and the immersions of them.
Gas guns.
I have a few that fall into this category because I've seen them with players here. Go on.
You got to get it out of his system.
Oh, I know.
No.
we need that one. Yeah.
Nah.
That one's dumb.
That one's for
Like
a meme template. That's not for
Daytime reality TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anthony watches too much Big Brother.
Ugh.
Is it normie to do any of these actions? Racking the charging handle on your AEG and hitting the bolt stop for any reason. Taking your magazine out of your mag pouch and tapping it on your helmet before you put it in the gun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We're
This-
I was about to defend. Okay.
The second one, yes, but like if you're adjusting your hop up and you rack your charging handle and you have a mock
No, no,
bolt
no,
that
no.
locks back, you said any reason.
No. I'm talking about in the context of, and maybe I'll put the clip on screen. I got a player. His motor height sounded real off. So he took his mag out, looked at his mag, put the mag back in the gun, tapped the mag, racked the charging handle 2 or 3 times, went back to shooting.
So it's an AG. So I can defend that, right?
I just came up with a new derogatory term for normies.
What's that?
Screechers, because their motor height's always off.
Jesus Christ. About to call you a derogatory term. Like, what,
Oh, it's just a screecher.
And that's going in the intro.
so I can defend because he basically just did a tap rack bang, right?
Yeah.
That's the immediate action drill for any sort of stoppage or jam. Maybe this person, maybe it's a training scar from the real world brought over to the airsoft
If
world.
he held his real rifle like that and racked it like that, I'd be, whoa.
Well, you never know. There's different levels of training, right?
Because this was like, he's got the gun in his hand, and then he like taps it in, and then he puts the rifle out in front of him like this and just goes, and then he goes back to shooting. I'm like, okay.
I mean, I'm fighting hard here.
Okay.
I'm going to go with it's a training scar. It's a training scar from whatever he did in real life. And there was a problem with a gun in his hand, and he just, you always fall back on your lowest level of training or whatever. And he did a tap rack bang.
Dave's really trying to defend.
I'm trying, man. It's an AEG. I'll be honest with you. When I first started playing Airsoft, none of that shit carried over. I wasn't doing like malfunction drills and shit like that. Like
as a ref, I see this a lot, and I'm not trying to shit on the players. I see it, I giggle. They come into chrono, I like hand them the mag. I'm like, here, put this in your gun. They're like, all right, cool. They put it in. They rack the charging handle. They hit the bolt stop. I'm like,
on the AEG,
yeah. And I'm like, oh, buddy, why is it taking us so long to come up with this topic?
yeah. Like, oof.
I have a funny story.
Stop. We're not done with this.
No,
I'm cutting you off.
It's in relation to this.
You better be.
When I was still reffing, I was at Chrono one time, chronoing somebody, and this guy had an MP5, and like there's only one MP5 that's electric that you have to rack,
Yes,
and that's
the
the
Tokyo
NGRS.
Variety.
This was not that. This was like a normal, this
Like
was
a
the,
VFC or a SEMA.
This is like the Aries MP5, right? And I was like, all right, just loaded his mag with 2.5s. I was like, all right, put the mag in and let's chrono it. So he puts the mag in, I get the chrono. He's like, hold on. And like very serious, like he had to do it. Like otherwise,
This is 100%. This is 100% acceptable because it's an MP5.
I don't know about
No,
that.
it's 100%. You can do that.
There was-
that will never be normie.
So does that apply to a G3? It's got the same thing.
It
No,
wasn't.
because it's a G3.
No, it wasn't about the HK slap. It didn't
No.
matter what gun he had, he was going to do it. He was like,
You don't know that. You don't.
It's like, okay.
No.
This
And
is
he
the
like- and then he
same
got-
reason why I didn't want to.
and then he got
the
perched
charging
up.
handle racking my kite there.
And then
Normie.
he got perched up, ready to show. He's like, okay, now I'm ready.
I
No.
have 100% chronoed someone like that.
It's an MP5.
And then the gun shot like 100 FPS.
yeah.
It's the
It's,
Walmart gun.
it's an MP5. You can do the MP5 slap all you want. Never be normie. Never. Doesn't. You could be at a bar mitzvah and pull your AEG out and do an
It's got to be a
HK.
bar mitzvah.
Look, I
Who cares?
am
Whatever.
I
don't
am an
know.
HK
any event,
slapper.
any fucking event. It doesn't matter. You could be in the middle of Walmart doing an HK slap. Everybody claps and then you go about your business.
I am an
Then
HK
you get shot by
slapper.
law enforcement
I
for having a
truly
gun
am.
in public.
Ah.
I truly am.
But you did the slap, and that's
Well,
what
that's
counts.
like, what about the Rust 4 dudes that put their AK mag in and then reach under and rack the bolt on their AEG AK?
That's the same as charging handle. That's not the MP5. The HK
You're just
slap.
giving the MP5 users
It's a pass. In my world, the MP5 has a pass. Specifically, the MP5, not the HK5. The MP5 has a pass.
Oh yeah, there's the HK53, which is just the MP5 and 5.56.
I mean, I do the racking thing like ironically, just to
Everybody does it ironically.
just to have fun. Like if I'm in
Yeah.
a building with somebody,
Yeah.
and like we're taking fire, I'm like, I gotta reload, and I'll put it in, I'll rack it, I'll be like, yeah,
No,
you know,
I don't know.
and then I'll be like, all right, we're good to go, brother.
I don't know, the kid that taps his mags on his helmet before
Okay,
he puts
so
it in the gun.
that-
I don't think it's ironic. I
What
think
if,
it's unironic.
what if his mid caps are dirty and he's actually doing it to kind of?
Do you know what kid it is?
Well,
It's
like
the one I showed the 19 photo slide of before. It's that kid.
yeah. Well, that's just he saw that in movies and like, is it normie? Yeah, that's
It's normie.
Yeah, that's pretty
It's
normie.
normie, but it's okay.
He did it next to me one day, and I looked at him and I was like, "Hell yeah, brother!"
Hell yeah, brother.
I mean, in the real world, there's a practical reason to do it.
What if he does it on the wrong side?
Yeah, BBs come flying out. I don't know. Is it normie? Yeah, tap it on your helmet. Yeah, it's normie. But given the right circumstances, again, with every normie topic, it's like time and place, dude. Like Vietnam game. Oh yeah.
Oh, he had an M16A1 in Vietnam kit on.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I left that part out.
Well, yeah. Okay. He's in. No, that's not normie.
I don't
at
like
all.
the way Jordan asked these questions.
Right.
That's
He's all
embracing the water.
deceptive. It's all
Yeah.
deceptive.
What? No, it's provocative.
Yeah, he was LARPing, dude. That's full pass. He gets a full pass.
You have to have knowledge of Vietnam to make that part of the impression kit. You know what I mean?
Like he
That's
went
not-
deep.
One of the
Jordan doesn't like kids.
one of the benchmarks of
You know what?
normieisms.
I'm not even going to try and fight you on that because then it's going to sound real weird.
like one of the benchmarks of normieisms is like the lack of experience and knowledge of like the culture and the fads and stuff of what you're doing.
He had enough knowledge to know.
Yeah. So if he had knowledge
Yeah.
and he's doing Vietnam stuff, I don't think it's normie.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm talking like normieism is like, your entire grip is loose and you don't understand that there's two screws that actually tighten the grip to your gun. So you just crank down your motor height screw because it's a screw and it's there and you're like, oh, well, grip's loose. I'm going to tighten this. And like, that's normie. You have to have like no knowledge at all of your gun. You have to have not even attempted to Google the problem to understand it.
Oh, I saw
That's
one.
normie.
I saw one this weekend that's on par with that, and I don't know why I just remembered it. Somebody had a Block 2 rail. I have assembled a litany of those rails before. They clearly couldn't figure out that you might need shims for the outer barrel to make sure the barrel nut doesn't let it wobble. So they took 2 zip ties, and they zip tied one over the top through the 2 holes to hold the barrel up and one from the bottom to hold the barrel down. So they just made a stabilizer out of 2 zip ties.
And then they make a review
That's
on
field expedient. I'm not even mad about that.
No, they didn't understand how to install it. Then they make
No,
a
that's
review
fine.
on Evic, like this rail sucked. It didn't fit. My barrel was wobbling.
Yeah, yeah.
These gears suck. I just put it in the gun and it started screeching and it broke.
Yeah.
No shims.
But no, man, tapping in that specific case where he was in full Vietnam kit,
Yeah.
the right gun, tapping on his helmet. Yeah, man, that's not normie. He was embracing the LARP.
That is a hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's why I looked at him. I was like, hell yeah, brother.
The charging handle on an AEG
I
bolt
bet
catch.
Dom does that shit when he's in his Vietnam kit.
Of course he does, dude. When he was running around with his Black Hawk Down
Oh,
kit,
he was doing it in the Black Hawk Down kit.
it's so good, dude. I, was
That's up
like,
there with-
I kept calling him Blackburn. He's like, "Why are you just calling me Blackburn?"
I
It's like, 'cause
I
he
have
fell
that
out of the
clip.
helicopter. He's
You're
really-
like, Dave, where do we need to go? And don't call me Blackburn. You just hear you off camera. You're like, Blackburn, get over here.
yeah, man.
Re-ask the question.
Well, look. Well, no. Like, like in this specific case, the kid was in Vietnam kit, not normie, embracing LARP. But if you're in like a modern GWOT kit,
Oh, I've seen plenty of
and you're running around tapping, it doesn't fit, right? Because there's no practical use in airsoft to do that. And you're not in the right era of kit that kind of made that iconic.
Yeah.
Right.
But if you're doing a GWOT kit with ACU,
Still normie.
no,
AC is garbage.
no, it's not.
I'm sorry. OCP. What is it called?
UCP. OCP is multicam.
Like, you know what's really
Okay.
what's really normie is when you get a call because you're the tech. They're like, hey, my son's gun's having like a really bad problem. He got it and only shoots like 20 feet, and then the BB just drops.
And then you have to explain hop up to
Well-
him over the phone.
Well, we don't want to just assume that everybody doesn't know anything about their gun. Like, you have to. I mean, there was a point in airsoft where you didn't buy a gun unless you knew about hop up, because there was like those Airsoft 101 videos on the listings for a lot of the stuff you'd buy at the time. Like, if you're buying,
Yeah, but why wouldn't your first question be, is the hop up on or not?
right, and
Try turning it off and turning it back on.
right.
again.
Well, that is now my first question.
Yeah.
But you'd be surprised. They're like, "What's that?" And then like you can't even walk them through how to use the hop up.
yes, you can.
I told one kid once, he was here with his dad, and his gun was, everything was fine about it. I was like, no, it's just your hop up. Like, you don't need a tech. You don't need tech work. Like what do I owe you? I'm just like, nothing. Like, and I look at the kid in front of the dad, and I'm just like, you have to Google stuff, man. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, your dad bought you a really nice gun. It was like a Crytek. I was like, you got you a really nice gun. You have to, at the very least, Google.
Or read the manual.
Read the manual, Google it.
Yeah, there's
I'm
a-
like,
There's
I'm
the
like,
manual.
Yeah.
and the dad's like, yeah, like these kids these days, right? Like,
You both high five.
yeah, he's like, these kids, then they don't read anything, and I'm just like, just read the manual, Google it, like understand the equipment. You know, you have to. There's some bare minimum stuff you have to know.
I've had the exact
Like, that's
opposite
normie.
interaction with a
That's
with a
normie
customer's
and
dad.
Gen Z. That's like very particular.
Aren't you Gen Z?
Yes, but there's a subsect of Gen Z.
Oh, of course.
I've
You.
had the exact opposite
I'm
interaction.
autistic Gen Z that likes airsoft. I've been window shopping airsoft since I was like 8 years old.
No, I've had the exact opposite interaction with a player's dad over that. And it was, kid got a gun off the wall in here, came back in, didn't know what hop up was. And dad's with him and he's like, yeah, you sold him a broken gun. I was like, no, we didn't. I was like, did you adjust the hop up? And he's like, no, what's that? And I was like, I sold you the gun. I explained to you what hop up is. And we took it outside and I was like, where's your mag with your BBs? And he was shooting 2.8s. And I was like, you have to adjust the dial here. I was like, because when you change the BB weight, you need to apply different back pressure, like just rudimentary explanation of hop up. And the dad goes, well, that's fucking stupid. It should be set out of the box. You shouldn't have to do it yourself. Clearly, it's a defective product if you have to adjust it.
You're right.
I was like,
You're
Your
the right
scope
one.
should be zeroed out of the
Yeah.
box.
You're right.
I just stopped. I
Your
was
pec
like,
should be zeroed out of the box.
oh, man.
Like sometimes you just want to be like, do you want to rephrase that? Because that was the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like
I stopped and I chuckled and I was like, no, this is so that the player can have their own adjustability to it. I was like, every airsoft gun's like that. You could buy the cheapest gun or the most expensive gun.
Yeah.
They're all going to have that. Yeah, the dad just couldn't comprehend that the player would have to tune their system.
Your napkin holder should have napkins in it out of the box.
when I turn the
It should
TV
auto
on,
eject it when it sees you get the barbecue sauce on your fingers.
when I turn the TV on, it better be on my show.
Yeah.
Like
Your
I don't- I don't
utensil
have to-
organizer better have all the utensils in it out of the box.
So that's stupid. It should be adjusted out of the box.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Your gun should be loaded out of the box.
That's called fixed hop up, and only spring pistols have that.
That's when you sell them that. You're like, you know what? You're right. Here, this one's already adjusted.
Jesus Christ.
Oh well.
Your phone hard drive should be full of miscellaneous photos and apps that you have to delete so you could take more pictures out of the box.
Yeah, these people vote. Fun,
I love it.
fun times.
Airsoft.
There was such a huge push, I feel like, in like 2010 with airsoft, where like there was so much emphasis and instructional videos for like airsoft, airsoft for dummies, airsoft 101. Because I felt like there was a huge effort to convert new people into the sport. So they needed that. They needed to get onto that learning curve, and there's a lot of experienced airsofters that exist already, and I feel like some of the newer guys don't have that same level of attention given to them in the content that gets put out now. So they're very reliant on just seeing average videos, seeing this stuff, but not really knowing how to get started. And whenever they do see a get started video, it's just whatever cheap gun a big retailer is carrying and trying to sell. And the way that they promote it is by saying it's a first airsofter package. You know,
It's funny. You saying that you told the kid like, hey, Google stuff or like read the manual or whatever. And it's funny for like the first time ever. I don't know why my YouTube feed has like Airsoft shit in it again. I don't know. That just kind of came out of left field.
Well, it's the one in
but-
staging. That's because it's my fault.
That's different account.
Okay.
But like Navras just came out with a new
Yes.
SSG10 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Or 11. I'm sorry, whatever it is, right?
he's
Yeah,
the greatest sniper
very-
in Airsoft.
Hey, very well thought out gun, right?
It's his L96.
Whatever, whatever. But it's a quick change spring and like you kind of don't need any tools because the tools are built into the fake mags. Like,
Yeah.
And I watched one review on it, and the guy literally was just like, "Give me 2 seconds, I'm going to read the manual." And then he came back up, took the whole gun apart, like didn't use any tools, used everything. And then I watched Negative Airsoft's one, just because you always talk about him, and he's fumbling through everything, and he's just to get the bolt out.
Yeah.
He's taking the whole gun apart, and the whole time I'm screaming, read the fucking manual. Yeah. Like you don't have to do any of that. And then he goes through the entire review. He's like, yeah, it's still a pretty good gun. And then he's like, oh, like you could tell it was like an edit. And he was just like, oh, so I just realized that, or no, it was a new video. He did a whole new video. He was just like, hey, the comments, like everybody kind of roast me and like, here's the things. And I was like, based off what you said, like you're kind of exacerbating the fact that like, cause what if I never saw that second video, right? That he's just like diving in without even looking at the fucking instructions. And because he did that, if I never saw that second video and I only ever watched him, which would be dumb, but then I would think that I would have to take this gun completely apart. Meanwhile, two of like the best features of this fucking gun is that you can like flip a switch and pull the entire bolt assembly out and then use the magazine, the faux magazine, to like use it to open up the bolt. There's bolt weights. You put it all back together. You slide it back in. Boom. You never even had to undo a screw. And then the like larger fake magazine that still had the tool built in it. You can put the real mag in there as a storage.
Yeah.
And like he missed all of that.
I've fallen into that too. Like, cause as a tech, you fix so much crap and you just think that you know everything at a certain point.
Sure.
And you're like, it's just a puzzle. I'll find a way to take it apart. And sometimes you can intuitively get things apart and do it the right way. But like, I stopped doing that because, sometimes I get an unfamiliar gun and I've had it just bite me in the ass. And when I say bite me in the ass, I mean like it wasted 2 hours of my time.
Sure.
So I'll spend 10, 15 minutes. If it's a gun I've never worked on before, I'll look up somebody else's video to see how they disassembled it. Like the NGRS MP5. If you don't watch a video of somebody disassembling it, you would be so hard pressed to figure out how to remove the selector switch, which you have to do in order to get the gearbox out. It's weird. You have to rotate it in a very specific position and pull the trigger while you finagle it out. And when you have it in the right position, it's not like it just comes out easily either. So you have to know exactly where it's going to be, and you still have to fight with it a bit.
I have taken apart and worked on so many different GHK AKs. Every time I get to the trigger, I pull up the same video just to make sure I'm doing it right.
Even with ETUs, like Jeftron Leviathans, Gate Titans, I install so many all the time. Leviathans now, like I actually don't have to read the manual because I almost exclusively use those. But even then, what I tell the other guys in there when they're installing it, the SOP I give them is you read the ETU manual every single time.
Yeah.
Make sure you didn't forget something because it's always somebody forgets to put the washer under the screw for the board and then it shorts out, or they forget whatever the small detail is. Read the manual. Take 10, 15 minutes, read it, go at it clean, and you're just going to have a better time working on it, and you're going to have a better end result when it's all said and done.
Yeah.
I get why Negative Airsoft fell into that because, again, I fall into that. Like, I'm so skilled, I'm so smart,
It was most of the video was him taking this gun apart just to get the bolt out. And literally, there's right in front of the trigger, there's a little thing, there's a tab that you push down, boom, whole thing slides right out the back.
Yep.
And it's like, oh man, your 20-minute video could have been 10 minutes.
Not even could be
like
5.
just struggle bussing with this fucking thing.
Yeah. And sometimes you have to, also assume sometimes the customer knows more about their gun than you do. you know, they'll bring me a Springer and maybe there's just a jam and I have to take the bolt out. And usually I'm not going to like take apart and fix Springers on site because usually if there's something wrong, something's broken and I don't even have the parts for it. And the real fix is to replace the parts. Yeah. But if it's just a jam or something, I'll help them out. And all these Spring snipers are very different. And I'll be like, have you taken the bolt out before? Yes. I'll be like, cool. What do you do? All right, you got to rotate it this way, pull the trigger, and then it lets you pull it out. I'm like, cool. You know, gotta do that stuff. It's good. Read. Google.
Watch a YouTube.
We have the power of knowledge in our fingertips. We never had this.
Yeah.
This tiny blip in human history, we have the access to world knowledge right here. And what do we do with it?
We are.
Post memes.
We do that. We make Meat Canyon parodies. We use AI to turn early 2000s dad rock songs into 1970s soul music, which is awesome, by the way. But
Jesus.
that's besides the point.
All right.
Shall we?
Yes.
We shall. With that, good night, good bless. We're out.